name's Rockman3K3.
My name's Leroy.
We're back again for another great episode of The Nerd Play, y'all.
Yay!
Y'all ready for this? The greatest podcast in the galaxy. We got a whole bunch of shit to cover today. But before we get into that, of course, Mr. Leroy, how was your week, sir?
I do the same shit every day. I go to work, I work out, and I try to come home and play video games in peace.
You try to go train to be a Super Saiyan, and you come home.
Oh, I'm already a Super Saiyan. I don't have to train for that. I'm just trying to, be able to lift cars and shit.
It's coming, man. That's phase 2 for the workout. After you defeat yourself, they're like, all right, now you're ready to get strong. It's going to be like a whole anime arc. Now you're ready to get stronger. You're going to be like, how? It's impossible.
Oh, shit. I always ask, people always ask, could you beat up the 18-year-old version of yourself? And I'm like, hell yeah. I mean, I'm going to have some trouble because that nigga used to eat his weight in chicken wings and still be ready to go play ball afterwards. But, give me about 2 minutes to warm up and let me have my fun. And yeah, I'm beating that nigga ass.
So that thing's always fun for me. I don't know. I think we would just talk it out. Like, I would be able to talk him out of the fight.
In other words, that sounds like a no.
Just like, all right, cool. If not, I mean, if I gotta survive, I'm giving these hands.
I don't know. You don't sound too confident in that.
I mean, either way, one of us will die, which means both of us will die. So it works out.
That ain't how that works. One of you has to die, not both.
I mean,
you remember how Highlander worked?
I mean, but in essence, you're killing yourself. So it either be a time paradox or just like, if I'm superior, it's like, yes, I beat my up like. Well, no, if I'm superior, I'm gonna die because I beat my past self. If I beat my past self, if he dies, then I'm dead.
So you got time travel fucked up. If you go back in the past, you already exist in a whole nother timeline. So if you just kill him, you killing him from that timeline. So it don't matter about you.
Okay, so what, are we going with the Marvel one on that one? No, you already existed. It's okay. Is that what we're going with?
No, I mean, that's basically what.
Like to where I beat myself and then like I get stronger because I beat myself?
I don't know if that's how it works, but I'm pretty sure you just beat yourself in that timeline and the you from that timeline ceases to exist. It'd be like in Back to the Future, if he fucked his mom.
Then, why?
Because it was a very distinct part in that movie that Michael J. Fox seemed to need to highlight for some odd reason. So, like, when he went back and he saw himself, Back to the Future 2, Part 2, when he went back and he saw himself from Part 1 and he shot himself before he went and escaped to the future in Part 2, then he would have just taken the place of that Marty. And then if he'd have went back to Part 2, then there would have been 2 Martys from Part 2.
So we're doing more of the Rick and Morty effect. Okay,
I don't know.
I'm with it.
Time travel's stupid.
Just keep going back until I fight yourself until like you get into a battle royale with yourself. That'd be weird, man.
I mean, at that point, if there's more than just one of me, then why don't I just create an army and we take over the world?
Very true. Very true. I would still want to talk it out with all my doubles and then just be like, oh, we can't talk this out? All right. Y'all know the gentleman rules, just not the face. And, let's just
this
try
is a fight to the death, and you say not to the face?
That's it. Not to the face. And let's remember our breaks. we get a 30-minute break as per our union.
I don't understand, y'all. I mean, granted, I might hit it off with myself anyway, but I'm fighting. We're going to be some fighting motherfuckers.
I feel you.
But at least I got to eat steak with y'all yesterday.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we said
and
that.
Just like I said you were going to do, you got the chicken. Like the child that you are.
Look, okay? First
like
off,
the child that you are.
I didn't appreciate it being attacked like that yesterday.
Then stop ordering chicken when we go to eat. God damn.
Y'all, I just want to mention 2 running jokes with you. One, every time we go to the restaurant,
any restaurant, any goddamn restaurant, it could be Olive Garden, and you will find a way to get fucking chicken tenders.
They're like, Rockman's gonna order the chicken. That's what he does. And I was like, first off, I ain't covered to be attacked like that. Second off, that's how you can tell the restaurant is delicious.
No,
okay,
that is not.
Listen, I would have gotten the steak yesterday, but when Mr. On Point was like, it was good, but it was $30 good, I was like, oh, okay.
There were other steaks, nigga.
There were, but I mean, I'm not gonna pay for subpar steak. I'm sorry, I just
I just don't understand you.
So y'all always, I'm not gonna lie, y'all had me the first round, but
no, we had you completely all the way through, as in we knew what you was gonna order. It ain't but 14 things on the menu: steak. There's some shrimp options. There's a burger.
Steak, burger, and chicken. That was it. And I was like,
and you chose chicken out of all them things. You could have got a burger, nigga.
No, okay. I can get a burger from a few other joints.
Okay, you can get chicken tenders from literally everywhere.
Right,
your logic is flawed.
Thank God for chicken. Salute. But
can't take you class ass nowhere. Whew.
Like, sorry, okay? Like, I had to do.
You ain't sorry. You do this shit every time.
Wait. I didn't get chicken tenders though.
You got chicken.
I got the chicken fried chicken. Okay, it's different.
That's just a big chicken tender. What the fuck?
It was delicious. That's exactly how they cooked it too. It's just gravy on it. She was delicious.
It's just chicken. My point. We can't
I don't
take
see
you.
your problem, sir. I don't understand the problem.
I can't take you no goddamn where. That's my point.
But that was the single funniest laugh of the day I had yesterday. It was just Lyra's like, all right, this is gonna be Rockman in 20 minutes. And I was like, wow.
And was I wrong? No, I was not. I was so right, it's almost painful.
But really, no, man, I really was like, oh, okay, I'll get the steak this time.
And then just some convenient excuse for you to order chicken came up, and you did.
It was true. The little chicken fairy on my side was like, you know what you're here for. Quit lying to yourself.
You don't have to be a nigga your whole life. You know that, right?
No, but like the chicken though. Like me and chickens have this fondness of each other.
You got no goddamn culture about yourself.
But it was, I thank you guys so much, man, because it was just so much fun to just hang out with you guys and put like all the stresses in the way of the world just to the side for a minute, just to laugh and talk with friends, man. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
I ain't going nowhere with your ass no more.
Look, for real, man, I promise you. On crib, cuz I was going to get
you ain't a crib. You can't claim that.
All right.
I got crip in my family.
Listen, on everything I love, okay? I was going to go for the steak. All right, but Mr. On Point was just like, nah, we recommend it. I was like,
he said, don't get the $38 steak, $34 steak.
No, and then I was like, oh man, because that's what I was gonna go for. And I was like,
you could have got the $24 steak, which was probably, you know what? It probably would have been not $34 worth, but it probably was $24 worth.
What? But was it $24 worth for you though? Because then y'all get the steak.
I got the $34 steak, and it was delicious.
Okay, all right, okay. So I was scared away from it because I was gonna get steak, and I was like, and I was like, but that chicken though.
Coon.
You know what? I'll take that one. I'll take.
You ain't got no choice. Shit. No. Everybody else at the table got some form of steak. Even Red got a tiny steak and some shrimp, some little shrimp bites or whatever. But you, chicken. Surrounded by white people.
It was delicious, okay? It was delicious.
I'm sure it was. They were probably looking at our table like, there's always one.
Loves it.
There's always one. Go in there and ask him if he wants some watermelon too.
No, I don't eat watermelon, sir. Thank you.
I don't know. Hell, every time we go somewhere, you find a way to be a nigga, so.
It's not that I find a way. It's just chicken finds a way. That's all.
God damn. Just damn you. I see why Cole Jackson yell at you sometimes.
For no reason. No reason.
No, he yells at me for no reason. You just a coon.
No, it's just, like my chicken. You know what I'm saying?
I like chicken too, nigga, but I don't order that shit in public. That's
Oh,
between
you don't order in public?
that's me and chicken.
You don't order chicken wings? You don't order chicken wings now?
Not in white establishments.
So sometimes you gotta let them know. Like, hey man, I'm here.
No, damn it, that's between me and the Lord and my house. White man don't need to know my
You
weaknesses.
eat under a tablecloth so nobody can see you. Like, no, I can't let them know I eat the chicken.
Exactly. That's between me and the Lord. And
I'm out here.
And don't nobody else need to know that shit.
I'm out here with my knife and fork. Just like, I heard there would be chicken, sir. I heard there would be chicken.
Hell. How was your week?
Oh, it's good, man.
Damn nerves.
Just a lot of stress. A lot of interviews. Just trying to do what I can, man. And just got a lot I have to take care of. So, but in between that, when I'm not doing anything, we're playing Cyberpunk, which we're gonna get into a lot of. And just wowed at all the like I'm really impressed, man. The Video Game Awards became the E3 this year because it was just like,
man, fuck the Video Game Awards.
What's that?
Fuck the Video Game Awards.
Yeah, it was still trash because we the only good game awards we acknowledge is Golden Plate. Y'all already know what it is, coming soon. But yeah, it was actually packed full of trailers. Like nobody even cared about the awards for real. Like I didn't know what the awards were until like later on, but like all the trailers that showed up was just like the talk of the town. So gonna get into that in a minute. So I was happy to see that. Other than that, man, that was really about it. The highlight was definitely talking with y'all and like laughing and having fun. So
good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get into my own. I got a whole beef with the Video Game Awards, my damn self, but that's for later.
Yeah, it was some robbery going on, bro. It was some robbery, but we're gonna talk about that in a minute.
Well,
you ready to get into it, sir?
Yes, because we have letters. Well, not letters. We have voice clips because I don't know if these two niggas know how to read and or write.
Oh.
Well, God damn it, I said what I said.
They do be having some trouble though. They do be struggling.
You can't say they do be having some trouble after I just said they can't read or write.
Hey man, I'm just trying to help them. Like they're troubling reading youths. It's okay. It's okay.
They older than me. They older than you.
Trying to apply it to the hip crowd. Let's go ahead and see what we have.
Which one you want to go to? Both of them are for the Government Name Podcast. Shout out to Government Name Podcast. Catch them every Tuesday.
Big listeners. I appreciate them. I gotta catch up on this stuff. Let's go with Mr. Cole Jackson first.
What's going on, Nerd Plate? It's me, Cole Jackson. I am. Oh, wait. Before I get into my email, just wanted to let everybody know that I'm part of this podcast called Government Name Podcast, your checks and balances of social commentary. Come out every Tuesday. Check us out on Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, or Apple Play, or whatever shit is called. Just check us out. All streaming DSPs. Yes. Okay. So I wanted to get your opinion about Cyberpunk 2077. Now, I just hung out with you guys yesterday. Just throw that out there. I have been waiting on this game 8 years, just like a lot of other consumers. I was watching the E3 when they announced it. I don't play a lot of games as far as Project CD Red, what they put out. I never played The Witcher, not a Witcher guy, none of that stuff. I'm more on this side of RPGs, which is futuristic, ambitious, open world, stuff like that. I get my game, and let's just be honest real quick, and let's keep it 100% raw right now. This game was supposed to be for current gen systems. I know the next gen is out now. I know that popped up. We waited 8 years for this game. Let me just say this. I enjoyed the game. I think the game has its fun parts to it. But it completely takes me out of the game when I have loading issues, graphical issues. These issues that could have been done, they delayed the game 3 times this year. 3 times. And we still got shit. They hid footage They hid footage from reviewers for early reviews. I watched several different outlets that couldn't use their own footage, and they had to use the footage that Project CD Red gave them. I think that's horrible. I think that's fucked up, and I think they completely fucked us. Uh, I I see a lot of great reviews for this game. This game has gotten nines. Great game. It's just it's a little buggy. I know Project CD Red will most definitely fix this. They fixed The Witcher. They patched it up. I understand the how the gaming world works. Also, we never get a full game. We never get a full game. My biggest problem though is really how is it that you can sell 8 million pre-orders and still come out with this shit? It completely takes me out of the experience when my game freezes or when my game doesn't want to load the whole area. I've had problems with my car, the views of my car. Like I've just had a lot of different issues. Sorry, I had to pause because I don't know what's going on outside. My neighbor just made some noise. I'm just having a problem with somebody selling 8 million pre-orders and still not getting the game out correctly. And again, I know the gaming culture right now. Come out with the game, make the money, patch it later. I get that. 8 years. And I'm not one of those people who's like, I need a refund. I don't want a refund. I want my game to work. So my email is essentially just asking, hey man, like, how do y'all feel about one, this game getting these great reviews? Because I've seen nothing but shining reviews about this, and then they'll just be like, but it's a little buggy. They'll figure it out. How do you feel about that? And how do you feel about having to pre-order a game or wait on a game for 8 years and it comes out and even the day one patch does not fix it for Xbox and PS4? Apparently the PC shit is great, and I get it. And do you think they should have had another strategy? Do you think they should have came out with it for PC? I know The Witcher came out for PC first, and then we later got it on consoles. Like, I just want to know what your opinion is about the great ratings, but this game is really, to be completely honest, it's a shitty ass loading ass game. And do you feel like CD Projekt Red should have pushed it back another year? I've only put in 15 hours, but the only reason why I've only put in 15 hours is because I get frustrated. The game really frustrates me when it doesn't load. I get frustrated when I can't get out of my certain camera angles. It's just certain things that takes you out of the experience. So I just wanted you guys to kind of speak on that or tell me how you feel about those things. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, Nerd Plate. Thank you for taking my question, and I can't wait to hear another great episode of the Nerd Plate. I hate you, Cliff.
I'm weak.
I love that. That's just generally how he feels. It's also an inside joke to yesterday's talk.
Hey, inside joke. That's how that nigga feel. Oh shit! Hold on.
Dang. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna get into
a lot of questions.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get into a lot of that when we do, because we're about to do the Cyberpunk review. We're probably gonna start off.
Who
with
is
that.
we? You? I ain't got shit to say.
I mean, I'll probably talk about it, and Leroy will probably very much react to a lot of the things I'm saying.
Yeah, because I have my own reservations to why I didn't get Cyberpunk.
Right, and I totally understand it. And he's absolutely right. To answer a lot of his questions, going back to when he said,
Wait. Before you answer that, do you want to get Shoguns?
Oh, actually, yes. Let me hear his. Yes.
All right. Hold on 1 second, guys. I have to pull it from my magical bag of emails. Oh, actually, no. He actually used their phone number. Ha! We made him use.
Wow. That voicemail sucks. What up, y'all? This is the one and only Shogun from the Government Name Podcast. Yup. I'm here to talk about Cyberpunk. Game's getting some pretty crazy backlash and reviews, and I think it's all deserved. So, one thing I want to look at, I don't think the hype was the problem. I think these companies are overstating what they can actually do. I tried playing The Witcher. The Witcher 3 starts out extremely boring. It's very slow. It's a lot of lore to get you into the game, and then that's when the story starts taking off. Cyberpunk is the same exact way. It took them way past the time after the game was delivered and on store shelves before they actually fixed it. So maybe we should look at CD Projekt Red a little bit harder, a little closer, and say, hey guys, you guys can't do these things. You're over-promising, overstating what you can do, and then this is the result. And then secondly, Rockman constantly bashes the industry, constantly bashes these large corporations, but we've seen every indication that it might not be the corporation. It might be the talent. You look at 343, they didn't have any oversight, and they produced Halo, and Halo looks crappy, it's terrible. You look at CD Projekt Red, they don't have a large corporation, and they push out a broken game. But then you look at the games where you got EA influence, like Star Wars, they pushed out a game that was really fun, but you got overbearing industry leaders. And you, I mean, I don't know. I think we need to start looking at not the corporations and companies. We need to start looking at the talent and the scope and what they're actually trying to produce. Like a lot of the arguments that Rockman, I'm singling you out because you're the main one who says, hey, I'm creating a game. It's taking me a very long time to create this game.
Okay, so again,
First of all, I do appreciate the singling out you because that furthers the conversation that we had yesterday. How you're always the bad guy.
it's always me, bro. I'm always ready. I'm always on.
To be fair, again, we went over this. I'm pretty, and I'm just a face. I don't have much of a brain behind me. I'm just pretty. I'm the light skinned chick in front of on every movie poster. And I'm fine with that.
I get it. So a few things, and we'll go ahead and get into the Cyberpunk review now. So I want to start off by answering if that's cool with you, Mr. Leroy.
I mean, I got little nits and tidbits about the emails, but I ain't got nothing to say about this game. Well, not yet, at least.
Okay, so to answer a lot of the questions from the emails first, let's start with that. First off, thank you guys for sending us questions. And again, if you guys like to send us questions, you can send us questions through the nerdplaypodcast@gmail.com, or you can call our wonderful number. We will leave that in the description.
You forgot the number, didn't you?
But no, baby. But
you forgot the fucking number, nigga.
Do you know it, sir?
Yes.
Okay, what's the number?
702-751-6373. Nigga.
Ooh, is that it?
Yes.
Oh, look at you. I'm proud of you. That's kind of like us, like we're like bad boys and we're trying to know the song and we don't know the song. We're just like, oh shit.
If we bad boys, I'm Mike Lowry.
Oh yeah, no, I'm totally Marcus. I can feel that.
Well, actually, I have to be Marcus because I have kids.
Cool. Right.
Damn.
But no, so thank you. And again, we will leave that in the description as Mr. Leroy pointed out. He number I didn't. So
I don't appreciate that Shogun talking about our voicemail sucks. You may be at work, but it sounds like you need to get a better phone because it sounds like you're calling through a tin can in a string, my nigga. I'm just saying.
Wow, shots fired. Anyway,
love you though. You're my nigga though. Real talk.
Yeah, shout out to them. We appreciate you guys so much.
Their podcast is very, very hilarious. I tune in just as much as they tune in to ours, if not more.
Yeah. Definitely check out the Government Name Podcast. Great guys over there. They give you social commentary. It's hilarious. Those guys are awesome. Right. Shout out to them. Much love to them. They're an awesome part of the podcast family of ours that we have, our little tri-alliance. But going back to the questions, if I could. One, I definitely want to go back to Cole Jackson's question about could they take a different approach. So I'm going to say this. I have 24 hours so far into this game. Like, I'm very close. I'm probably close to the middle to end.
Pretty bold of you to assume.
Right. Because, I mean, it's based on what I'm seeing so far and what just came up without spoiling too much. And I'm going to try not to spoil too much in this review. But, yeah, based on what I've seen, like, I'm very close. I can feel it.
That's what she said.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
But I
They
want
said
to
it's
say
supposed to
this.
be like a 40-hour or 40-something hour game, right?
It's supposed to be, but a lot of people were saying they finished, but they just shot straight to the end. It was about 30 hours to get from like beginning to end. But if you do all the side quests and stories, because there's a lot to do in that game.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that
Well,
probably
60,
increases
70.
it to what, maybe 75-hour game, something like that.
Yeah, it's very close to that. Like I can definitely feel that because I've done a lot of cool things, and I'm going to talk about that in the review.
Okay.
But going to Cole Jackson's talk about like, hey, do you think they could approach something differently? So I want to say that CD Projekt Red, first off, okay, so going to that, what Cole Jackson was talking about with the whole like, hey, could they take a different approach? First off, CD Projekt Red, I'm highly disappointed in them all the way around, whether it's the company, the talent, or the people behind like the advertisement and the PR and WB Games. All of them should be fucking ashamed of themselves because basically what this whole thing was a ploy and tactic to get better reviews.
True.
So first off, like he was saying, could they take a different approach? Absolutely. They should have been honest with everybody. This was something that they said back in 2012. I know because I followed it from the first trailer of the girl going crazy or the woman going crazy, and like the police had to stop her. And it was a beautiful thing to us. And then we saw like the whole female agent kind of giving off the whole Ghost in the Shell vibes. Ever since then, they knew this game had to come out, and it was not worth the 8-year wait. I'll go ahead and say that now, and I'm the biggest.
Damn.
And I love it, but there's a lot of things I'm gonna get into that made me angry as a player, made me angry as a fan of this game. And I still love the game, but the company has a lot to answer for. Number one, and just to put out there about the whole like ploy for reviews, we know this because basically they refused to give any console codes to reviewers, but they gave all PC codes to reviewers because that was the best version that they had out. And even the PC ones, Cole mentioned like, oh, the PC games are better. They're actually not. They actually still have a lot of problems, just like the console games do. So that was again just another one that just like fucked up. Like, okay, just we're just trying to make a good review, and I know they did that for shareholders. At the same point, they did that because they just wanted to sell. So that was pretty much greed, and I'm fucking disappointed in them as a company and as a corporation that boasted like, oh, hey, we're just a small like, community of developers. We really care about the project. Fuck that. You care about getting paid. Now understand, everybody has to make money. Everybody has to get out here and have a job. I get it. And like I always say, as an aspiring game there are a lot of things that you have to take into consideration when you're making a project. You have to be like, okay, well, I can only do this within my scope. I can only do this thing that I promise you within this scope of money, reason, time, effort, blah, blah, blah. And they had all that. They had unlimited of all of that. And they still sit there and they still sat up there and said, like, hey, like we'll be able to do this. You're going to be able to do that. Oh, the game is blah, 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 blah. And it was definitely not what we promised, or not what we were promised. So I share that frustration with everyone who's like, this is definitely not what we hoped for, especially for people of the last gen consoles. Because here's my thing. Even with games like Twilight Princess from Nintendo, going back to them, and I'm just using that as a great example
You couldn't
because
pick any
they
other
pushed the
game
game
other than
back
a
for so
Nintendo
long.
game?
What's that?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Anyway, it's not like the Nintendo on the pedestal. It's just using that as an example. They still took care of those people who waited for that to come out on GameCube. They put it on the Wii as well. The Wii version was not as great as the GameCube, but they still took care of those old school people, and they still almost ran better than the Wii one. In fact, a lot of people say that. But that's one like biggest beef that I have with it is that you knew that we were waiting on that PS4 and Xbox One copy. And if this was something you were like, all right, we're going to jump to the next gen console, then either you do that all the way, but don't do half-ass shit like what they did. So I definitely share in that frustration. And it was just a lot of bugs in the.
Okay, hold on, because now I can actually contribute to this conversation.
Okay.
So I didn't get the game. I'm just gonna flat out say that. Didn't get the game, didn't study for the test, whatever you want to call it. reasons I didn't get the game. One, you've been talking about this for 8 years. So I've learned to take everything that you hype up with a grain of salt, which means either I'm not going to like it or it's not going to be as good as you think it is to me. So that's reason number one I didn't get it. Two, I pre-ordered it once I think I pre-ordered it last year initially because they were like, it's definitely coming out in 2020. I was like, all right, bet. I'll put my little 25 down. And I was hoping that by the time the Series X would come out, that they were going to be doing like custom consoles like they do for pretty much every other generation.
Right.
Because I still got my Gears of War 360 and I wanted the Spider-Man PS4, but that was, a collector's item.
Very hard to get, very rare.
Right. So I put my little 25 down in the hopes that, they'll come out with the system. And I think they were going to do it for the Xbox One. But, new series comes out and all that shit. And I didn't see it, so I was like, fuck it. So coronavirus happens. So we already... the show was flooded with this movie, game, album, whatever has stopped due to coronavirus. So I was like, all right, cool. They're probably gonna cancel the shit or at least push it back.
Right.
I was right. They pushed the shit back. Pushed it back once, and it was supposed to originally come out in, was it June?
Yeah, it's supposed to be April. And then, they pushed it to June.
And they pushed it to
They're
June.
like, all right, we have to push back indefinitely to like September.
Right.
Like, we know for a fact it'll come out September of this year.
And then September, and by this point, I kept it on there for June. But when they said indefinitely till September, when September came and gone, I canceled my shit because I was like, fuck that, I don't even care no more.
Right.
Then December rolls around. They're like, this motherfucker is absolutely coming out December.
Well, no, November 19th.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, and they're just like, like, we promise it's gonna be that.
It was
day.
coming out November 19th because you wanted it for your birthday, and I was like, oh well, I can at least remember somewhat closer to when it's coming out because I know this nigga birthday, and he gonna be tripping on Facebook and Twitter, and he's probably gonna trip in the group about like, oh my god, nigga is out, blah 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 blah, and he's probably gonna get it.
Right.
And then your birthday came and went, and nothing happened. So I was like, fuck this game.
The week before that, they're like, hey, sorry, we got to push back to December. And because they had made, this time was different. They said, hey, it's gone gold. We without certainty, it should not be pushed back. And they still pushed it back.
And they still pushed this bitch back again.
Yeah.
So
then it gets here.
And so they was like, it definitely coming out December 10th. And Cole Jackson even came over. He came over to my house for something I can't remember. And he was like, bro, you gonna get it? And I was like, no. And he's like, why? Because I don't really believe that they gonna have this bitch out. And he's like, Elite, right? And that's when Shogun was talking about, or I think Cole was talking about, where they gave people like certain codes and content that they could use and like video data that they could stream. And I was like, I still don't believe that. Albums leak all the time. And, them shit still get pulled or whatever. So, in my stupid ass mind, I believe, like, they'll have this game out for, like, a full week. And then they'll be like, oh, shit, we need everybody to bring their copies back. There's a bug or there's something illegal in it. There's a rape scene with, Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump or some shit. We got to take that shit off. Or, something goofy like that.
Right.
And Cole Jackson was looking at me like, nigga, you stupid. And I was like, no, I ain't stupid. They would call lettuce and ground beef and shit all the time. Video games can't be that damn different.
Right.
So I was like, I'm going to wait a full good week and a half for this shit to come out. So I'm going to get it next Friday.
Okay.
But yes, I do support him in the sense that we should hold these companies and developers to a higher regard, because if they jerk you around for 8 years, and they put out shit, you have every right to be mad.
Well, and then it's not even the fact, because here's my thing. It's different if there were like things that kept them from like, oh, we can't put it out to its fullest quality. This was literally like just a tactic to like, okay, we definitely want to go for this hot score because we want to sell and, we want to keep that reputation. Like, they definitely sacrificed bullshit to keep their. It's not fair. It was, they didn't have to do this. They could have been honest and said, hey, y'all, we can put it out now, but I'm telling you, it's not what it's not The graphics aren't going to be there for the PS4. We know we put out a buggy version. Just have patience with us and offer us like a free expansion or some shit. Then it would have been fun, which they're going to do in the end anyway.
But you know what? For like the past 2-3 months, all you've seen is Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk 2077.
It's coming out like
it's the next game of the year. IGN rates this game as a 9.5 out of 10. All this hype.
All the tech demo like level, as I call it, like graphics and how it looks, and it looks just so crazy.
And it's hot garbage.
Well, I ain't
gonna say it's hot garbage, but you know, it ain't living up to the hype.
It is not, and it's not that it's not for the game itself. It's for the execution and how the developers treat it, because that kind of brings me into it. So the game itself, I can't even recommend it to people because it's so buggy as hell. Literally, Leroy, the day of, like I said, I can understand at midnight, you know, you can't patch it that much, but the day of, it got it got the first. Well, no, I'm sorry. It got the second patch. Leroy literally crashed 15 times consecutively on me. That's the most Sony reports I've sent off the PS4/Sony like troubleshooting to be like, hey, you know, like when you have that error and it's like, do you want to send off the report, and you accept it, send it off.
Mm-hmm.
I had 15 of those happen like back to back in that game.
You better than me, boy.
Pressed forward to try to play.
You better than me. I would have gave up. Like, fuck this.
Yeah, and I mean, I totally understand it. And so, getting away from the bugs and glitches, because everybody knows about that, the clipping, all that shit like that. But getting into the game itself, and this is what makes me so angry with CD Projekt Red, is that it is a good game. It's just marred by so much dumb technicality shit that they could have finished if they weren't just so, I guess, like...
Have their head up their own ass?
That, and like, if they weren't so goddamn worried about like the review, because if they would like it, that game has so much freedom in how you can tackle an objective. Like, it's crazy. Like, for example, you can go in guns blazing. Like, I'm pretty much my character. The way I set him up, he's a street kid, and he's like the phantom killer of death. Because when I come in there, nobody's living, and like you can do so much like in real time. Like, you can hack a person's head and set them on fire. You can like basically do a synapse explosion to where like they can't move and they take extreme damage in the brain. Like, there's so many different ways you can kill your opponent, which was so phenomenal. But you won't fucking know that because of the bug crashes and everything like that. The story is so touching. There's a lot of great moments in the story. Like, I can't say a lot because I don't want to spoil anything for people, but there's so many great parts. I'm just like, it again infuriates me that a lot of people won't even get a chance to see because the bugs were so fucked up. But it's so many great parts. One thing I will say is that like I got a chance to meet Hideo Kojima in the game, which I thought that was dope. He doesn't say anything. He just kind of like, hey, you know, I'm sitting here, you know, and he says his little lines or whatever, but it's actually him. And then GLaDOS from Half-Life Portal is in the game, which I just did a mission with her, and like it's the funniest shit ever. And in that mission, you have to not take out, but you have to bring back sentient AI limousines back to service. It's so great. And so that's what infuriates me even more about this game is that it is a great game at its core. It's just marred and completely just ransacked by terrible bugs to where like a lot of people won't get to it, and it's good stuff because I mean, in the story, like kudos to the acting and the voice acting in the game because it's tight and they got a lot of great guest star appearances. A lot of actors that I know by like name and face, I mean, not name and face, but sound and face, but I can't put a name to them, but they're in it. I can hear it. Fucking like Keanu Reeves is Johnny Silverhand is just like a masterpiece. But again, fucking bugs. And I say it like that because that's exactly how it happened, Leroy. As I'm playing the game, randomly, the game just crashes. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no like, okay, it's because you were trying to do this. No, the game literally just crashes. And it's just like, fuck. And it's fucked up because when you're in conversations, you can't save them. So if I have to go back through those whole conversations again, it's like, and like, This is how bad it was, Leroy, in terms of like bugs that they knew about. Is that they have the skip option from the jump, so you can press circle and skip through the dialogue to get back to where you were. But like, it's still just like that takes me out of the experience. Like Cole Jackson said, it takes me out of it, and it's fucked up because it's such a good experience and it's such a good story. And that's what just makes me angry. And going back to what Shogun was saying about like, like Rockman saying like, he's like a game designer, all the time, and how that's different. As an aspiring game designer who's independent, he's right. Like I can take all the time in the world, but if I did have someone else telling me when to do this, meet certain deadlines and goals, yeah, the game might come out quicker, but I'm also getting paid. One big thing that a lot of people don't understand about independent developers, as independent developers, is like we're doing this on our own dime. Sometimes, if we get funding, different. But if I'm doing this in lieu of another job, my bills are now, my dreams, I can take my time with. So I have to do this on top of doing another part-time job or doing, another full-time job. So it's different for me because I can take that time because I don't have a choice. But they got paid every step of the way. So that's why I'm blaming everybody. It's not like, oh, it's the producers. No, I'm blaming everybody on the project because they knew. They knew from the beginning, hey, probably not going to have it out in that time frame, but, we want this money. We want a good review. We want to keep that reputation. So fuck it. We're just going to have to take this L. And it's so fucked up because it's such a great story. I love the characters. V himself, which you play as main character, is very great and versatile. There's different ranges for him, different options you can pick. I'm pretty sure Danny Trejo plays the other guy, which I forgot his name. God, I forgot his name just that quick. But Jackie, that's it. Jackie is really awesome. I enjoyed his character. They even do like a little 80s montage, which I think is funny. But again, just going back to the fact that like I literally cannot recommend this game to anyone until they patch and fix it. Because my thing is like the graphics, I'm not even a graphics person, but that's another thing. If you promise good graphics, this was not the way to go. Because the graphics are not great because they had to reduce so much of the resources for the shading and like, keeping it compressed. Because the game itself is already like 100 and some gigabytes of space on your hard. Yeah, bro, it's big. Like they can't say shit about Call of Duty because it's just as big. If not, it'll be bigger when you get expansions or when they patch this shit. Because we're talking, like I told you, day one I had a 50 gig patch, and then the next day it was a 17 gig patch. That's how bad it was. And so that's my review of it. It's a beautiful story. It reminds me of like Cowboy Bebop Cyberpunk. But I can't even like say like, oh, like this should be game of the year because it's so fucked up by the bugs. If it didn't have these bugs, if it didn't have these issues, it could have been the most outstanding game ever. If we didn't have to wait 8 years for this shit, if this was like a 3-year project, this would have been one of the best games anyone's ever made in our lifetimes. But because it was 8 years and because they were so fucking like greedy with money and like worrying about getting a good review rather than putting out a good game, like this is the product we got, and I'm not happy about it. I love them, and at first I was like, yeah, no, y'all have to give it a chance. Don't look at these reviews, blah blah blah. But after experiencing the bugs myself and giving it like the most unbiased review I could, that's still a big fucking problem. It's still a very big problem when I'm driving around and all of a sudden the game crashes and I was trying to get to one of my objectives. Now, granted, with the new patches, they made it better to where, okay, the objective or it loaded or it did an autosave before that crash, so that's good. But it was still just like, it just took me out of it. The combat system is good with guns. Now, the melee system, as me and Shogun talked about, and as I pointed out a long time ago and pointing out again, I really wish they would have kept the third perspective view just because when it initially came into fruition and like into creation, they said it was going to be first person and third person, right? But they changed it because they're like, well, we think the experience would be better in first person. I can understand that. But they definitely have to tweak the cuff system a lot more because how you fight blocks with people, it can get like really one-sided real quick. Like if you're not leveled for it, it doesn't work. And then just the fact that like if you can't see, if you're fighting multiple people at the same time, melee wise, it's not gonna work out unless you have a sword. Like hand-to-hand combat, it's okay. Like you do have one part where you have to fight two people at one time for like this little boxing gig or whatever. And it was okay because they were both kind of weak. But when you get to the higher up people, it's tough because it's very one-sided, and the computer, of course, knows how to play it because it's the game. But because you can't see, you have to kind of make your whole adjustment. Just I guess perception-wise, in that like shaded, like really cone view of just you and the other person. But the gun battles are excellent. I love it. The AI is very smart. They can also hack you, and they can also set you on fire or give you a brain aneurysm, things like that. So it's just a lot of wonderful things. And another thing that I love about the game is that like the dialogue is so different depending on what you choose, and like it actually affects the gameplay. And if you're a street kid and you have no street cred, you can affect how you do things. So it was just a lot of great things, but again, marred and just bogged down by so many fucking bugs and game crashing glitches. People, even after these like patches, were still getting game crashes. So can I recommend Cyberpunk 2077? No. And sadly, it's a great game, but it's just marred and damaged by all the bugs in it. So that's where I stand with it. Like, I'm really upset with CD Projekt Red for waiting this long and them just pulling this okie doke on us. But yeah, that's me on my hot horse and my soapbox. So I'm gonna politely step down now and go with the rest of the show. But
Anything else? Damn it. I don't follow. I try not to follow trends, so that's why I didn't get it. And I was also broke, so that also helped. But it looked like I dodged a bullet, at least for right now.
yeah, I mean, and I mean, I still enjoy playing it, and that's what makes me so angry. Is that like it's a good game? It's just execution, and all they had to do is just say, "Hey, you know what? I know y'all gonna hate us, but we're gonna push this back in," or at least say, "Okay, just do a poll like, hey, do you want us to go ahead and drop this as it is, or just talk with the fans." Like, but the fact that you tried to like do this just to get better review and better like money and your shareholders and shit, which fucked them over even harder because I don't know if you saw that the day this game released and all this shit came out about the bugs and shit, their shares went down 29% in the stock market.
Good, fuck them.
Right, so it was like you could have just been honest with everybody. And I get it, if COVID was a factor, if everything was a factor, here's what I keep saying about the gaming industry, period. People will wait for a good game as long as it's worth it. We all joke and laugh about Final Fantasy VII Remake, but you know what? It was worth it. I didn't have any complaints about that game. There was like minor shit, but I can't say that it wasn't worth the time that Square Enix put into it. And they restarted that project 4 different times. I know because I counted. Cyber Connect was supposed to be on that. Like 2 other companies were supposed to be on it. They were even supposed to use the Unreal Engine for that. And like they said, nah, we don't feel comfortable with it. This is how we want to do it. So you know what? When shit like that happens, I'm cool with waiting on the game. But when you sit up here and you pump this game for 8 years and you put out the same shit, and then at the end you intentionally try to cover up, which you fucked up, I can't get behind, and I'm not down with that. So fuck WB Games and fuck CD Projekt Red for doing what they did to us, because that was kind of fucked up.
That shit is not gangster at all.
It is not. So I'm not happy about that. But that's my review on Cyberpunk 2077. Buy it now at your own risk. I don't recommend it.
Don't buy that shit.
Wait till like the
Might
game.
as well just tell people don't buy that shit. Just wait.
I would say wait until they fix all the bugs. Like as in like a giant like, hey, the game's not gonna work for a day, we're gonna fix everything. Or like, hey, here's the first expansion, we fixed everything for free. Wait until that shit comes out, but don't do it right now. And it sucks because again, great storyline. Just they nailed it, but man, did they fuck up the execution. So
you gotta tell me. So I'm gonna make a real nigga metaphor equation. I don't know. What is it? What am I thinking of? I think it's a metaphor. No,
of course,
comparison.
definitely.
Could not fucking remember. So this to me sounds like this nigga named Jabari Parker. He played basketball, right? This nigga went to Duke, and I love Duke basketball. I'm a Duke basketball fan. I have been for not long enough to be claiming Duke like I am, but I do it. But anyway, this nigga, when coming out of college, was like like one of the top motherfuckers in the school, in the country. And he only played 1 year. Granted that, so he was already talking big shit. He was already getting big shit. He went to Simeon in Chicago. That's not important. He went to Duke, balled out. Right. This nigga was the second pick in the league. The second pick.
Ow.
Right. And he got selected by the Bucks. Now, unfortunately, the Bucks back then they didn't have Giannis, so it doesn't matter. You don't know who any of these people are. Doesn't make sense.
I do know who Giannis is.
Oh, okay. Bet. So, just to name a few of his overalls. Consensus first.
Weird shoes, by the way.
Huh?
Giannis, weird ass shoes they released. Nike.
I got some of his shoes.
I just it was one that was like yellow and weird. I don't know, but anyway, they were just weird. I just noticed that they came out. They were weird.
So I'm gonna just name some of this nigga's highlights when he was in college. Consensus first team All American.
Okay.
USBWA National Freshman of the Year.
Okay.
First team All AAC.
Okay.
ACC Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
Jordan Brand Classic co-MVP.
Ooh, okay. Good shit.
Gatorade National Player of the Year in 2012.
Ooh, okay.
USA Basketball Male Athlete of the Year in 2011.
Okay.
First team Parade All-American in 2013. And a two-time Illinois Mr. Basketball in 2012 and 2013.
Okay.
Now, when this nigga, he declared for the draft, everything was cool. Sports Illustrated was on him. He was on every sports magazine coming out. He showed out in the combine, got drafted number 2. Now, this nigga made his debut against the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte Hornets is a terrible team owned by Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Don't know why the fuck. But,
Does he still own the Wizards as well? He just owned
no, he only owns Charlotte. He played for the Wizards.
He played for the Wizards, right. Okay.
So now all those accolades, you would expect this nigga to score. His stat line should be like 57 points, 22 assists, 16 rebounds, 5 steals, shit like that, right?
Right.
This nigga had 8 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. And they lost.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Yes. This is the exact comparison. Yes.
Oh, no, now that's okay. First game jitters, right? It's his first NBA game. Give him time. He's a young gun, blah, blah, blah. In December, now basketball season usually starts October, November. In December, he tore his ACL. And I gloss over a lot, but in sports, the ACL, that's a really precious.
It's very hard to come from.
Exactly.
Come back.
Right.
Like that's whenever that comes out, either they're not going to be as good.
They don't know how to come back the same from an ACL injury.
Right. They have like less years than what they had. Like they went from they could be in the league for 10 years. Like they might only be in the league for 5.
Right.
If that, right.
So that took him out for the rest for his basically inaugural season. It kind of started into his next season as well. My point being, Jabari Parker was supposed to be the greatest motherfucking basketball player for like 2 years running, and his nigga's been traded 4 times, and he ain't shit. That's what CD Projekt Red did to you guys.
Yeah, because don't get me wrong. Like The Witcher was great. It wasn't like a super success.
Let's not call The Witcher great.
Right.
The Witcher was fine.
Good. And the popularity was definitely there. But
the popularity was there because of a TV show.
No, even before the TV show. Witcher had
yeah. Okay, no. You're right. Let me not.
The TV show.
Let me
helped,
I'm sorry.
But it didn't.
Let me not say that.
Before that.
They did have a fan base, but you cannot say it didn't exponentially rise after the TV show.
It helped. I'll say that because
The Witcher 3 is long as fuck.
Yeah, it's still a good game though, but that series is good. And the problem is that's all they've ever done. And so you just assume by proxy, kind of like BioWare before they started dropping off. They only did Mass Effect, and Mass Effect was excellent.
And y'all
So
niggas
by
was like, Mass Effect is the greatest
it,
game ever created, blah, 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 blah. And then shit happened.
it was it was just a good all around game that everybody got into.
Mm-hmm.
And like that was the big fire. Because BioWare before Mass Effect,
they had Knights of the Old Republic.
Right, they had Knights of the Republic. They also had Jade Empire. They also had the Baldur's Gate series. They were doing excellent RPGs, but then just somewhere along the way, they just fell off. This is kind of the same with CD Projekt Red, but they just didn't hit as many projects as everybody else did. Like there are 4 major projects for like The Witcher, the 2 sequels to The Witcher, 2 and 3, and then there was another game. But like they were consistently doing well. We were like, okay, cool. And the problem with Cyberpunk is that all the cards were falling in a row because, like, one, we didn't have that Cyberpunk game for real. We hadn't had a good Shadowrun game in forever since Shadowrun Returns came out on PC, which was really good, but that was so long ago. You hadn't had a good Cyberpunk, and we feel like the future is happening. So it was just good timing by their marketing and people. And we were really excited for this game because, what a lot of people don't know, and I've told you this before, and I think you know already, but Cyberpunk was, a tabletop game just like how Shadowrun was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Cyberpunk futuristic tabletop. And I was all for that because I was like, I loved those as a kid when I used to play the RPG tabletops and the RPG games for Shadowrun and not Cyberpunk because this is like the first game they've ever made. And so the fact that they kept saying along the way, like, you'll have so much freedom to do this, you'll have so much to do that. Like, we were all excited for it because it sounded so vast and it sounded like something cool that everybody wanted to get into. And I wanted that RPG experience. I don't care that it's, it wasn't going to be a shooter because I don't care about shooters. RPGs are better than me. But, they had all of that at their disposal that they could have come out with. But because, again, they just wanted to say, fuck it at the end. We want to make sure we make money and we want to get a good review. They kind of fucked us over. And, like, that's what makes them so different from BioWare. BioWare just consistently just got bad. Project overnight just said, fuck y'all, and just said, we just doing this to get this money. And it's not fair to us because we waited so long. So that's why, like, unless they're, like, talking about giving us, like, free expansion or giving us some kind of, like, thank you for supporting us day one and we're sorry, like, fuck them. Because they had so much potential on this, and there's so much writing on this, and like I get, and I talk about producers putting pressures on the creatives and the creators, but no, it definitely was everybody's fault this time around because as a creator, you could have said, okay, well, I know y'all are worried about this game selling, but we don't want to do that to our fan base, just because that's how CD Projekt Red has been in the past. I don't know what's changed now. But in the past, they have been like that. Like, hey, we don't want to do that to our fans, so we're going to do this. Because, that's why they gave out free expansions for Witcher and Witcher 2 and the first Witcher, But it's just something where, like, all of a sudden they're like, hey, we got a chance to make money, so we're going to go with it. And it's just kind of fucked up. Like, they shouldn't have done it. But,
That's the way the cookie crumbles, my friend. You live and you learn.
Yeah. People sell out.
I already told you.
People sell out, and then and I mean I get it. Like I said, like it's all about getting money. I'm not dumb to that. I'm not numb to that fact. It's not that I don't know that. It's just that 8 fucking years. Like it'd be different if this was like a 3 or 5 year project, but like this is 8 years, and this has been pushed back multiple times. For this, and you assured us, like, it's for the quality of you. We just want to make sure we put out a good product. Not we want to just look like we're putting out a good product. You said, I want to make sure I put out a good product. And this is the very antithesis of a good product, So.
Young Dolph always said, get paid, young nigga, get paid.
Hilarious. They just can't be doing this shit going into the future, man. Because listen, for $79.99, people really. And I mean, I totally agree with people, like being like, hey, I want my money back on this because it's not what they promised. Like Sony and like I think somebody else already said like, yeah, if you want some money, you can get it. And I'm like, I don't because I want to play this game because it's a good game. I'm just really mad that y'all couldn't get the execution right. You sabotaged it on purpose.
I do understand your frustration, but no, because I think the closest game that was like that to me was Assassin's Creed Unity, and that was being the first next gen one. It was gonna be like, oh man, it's gonna be fucking dope, and then it turned out to be shit.
I remember, man. That's why I was just like, yeah, I feel it. I mean, again, and this is a different portrayal to me than it was for like Anthem. Anthem was just ass. Like BioWare just got us. Like I can't say anything on that. BioWare just got our ass. Like they were just like, yo, here's the demo. We're like, oh, okay, cool. This is just part of it, right? They're like, yeah, it's the demo. It's the demo though. And then it was the real fucking game. It was just like, wow. All right, thanks, guys.
I'm not even gonna lie, they got me, but I blame you 50% for that.
Oh, no, that's why I was like, I take responsibility on that because I really thought that was gonna be good. But,
and you were so wrong.
Yeah,
so wrong.
Yeah, because that wasn't just the demo we were playing. That was the full game.
That was the whole game.
Like this.
And it's sad that both of us have even tried to get back into it and be like, you know what?
We have, bro.
And it's just like, no, this is booty. I don't like this.
It's still terrible. It's still not, they haven't changed anything. And it's like, y'all just don't learn. But they keep saying, hey, we're going to fix it. We're going to fix it. Don't count us out yet. Like, I mean, people can say what they will about Avengers, but at least they still putting characters out and shit. But damn, Anthem was just like, fuck it.
Anthem was like sticking your dick in a used needle container.
Pretty much.
And you expect a different result every time. Like, maybe next time, maybe this time. And nope, still hurts.
Nope, another dick. Okay.
It's like, shit, it keeps stabbing me. Maybe next time will be different. Shit, it stabs me. That's the definition of insanity. But,
That is. It's the same thing, just, every year.
Well, enough depressing talk about that. We'll talk about fun shit. Well, I guess fun shit.
Yeah, so let's get into it. What's your story? You start off first. Since I had the weird long thing with Cyberpunk.
Oh, I mean, I don't give a damn. Oh shit, I was supposed to say this at the beginning, but rest in peace to Tommy Lister, who played the Magnificent Debo.
Yeah, man, Tommy Lister, man. That's so sad. He was also the president in Fifth Element, which is crazy.
He was another odd movie with Chris Tucker in it.
Yes, Chris Tucker, him, and
Bruce Willis.
Billy Jokovic.
If you ain't seen Fifth Element, that's probably like one of the greatest movies. Like,
doing a disservice to yourself. It was so good. Y'all gotta just look at it. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Shit, I forgot where I was going with this. Nowhere, I guess.
Let's hear you talking about.
We gonna still talk about the Marvel stuff together, right?
Yes, that is yes. We definitely. Do you want to do that now, or
we can wait? We can wait to the end.
Okay.
But going along with it, with Marvel, no, I guess it's connected to Marvel because it's from Disney. There's going to be a new Buzz Lightyear film, and I don't know why there's going to be a Buzz Lightyear film. But Chris Evans is starring as Buzz Lightyear in the new Buzz Lightyear film.
Upgrade. They just like fuck Tim Allen.
No. I like Tim Allen.
I don't. He's a crackhead snitch.
I don't give a fuck. Crackheads are funny.
Yeah, he also snitched though. But
snitched on who?
Snitched on people who sold him the crack. That's how he came back to Home Improvement. That whole drug deal happened when he was on Home Improvement, and so after that, he became a very nice, openly conservative / I'm gonna snitch on the people who sold me drugs.
Look,
so I get back.
Hey, if it's between you and me, I'm just playing. Stop snitching. But Tim Allen will always be Buzz Lightyear to me.
I feel you.
And even the Buzz Lightyear TV show, which was short-lived, but it was a really good show. And plus, I mean, Chris Evans, look, he already had his glow up. Okay, he don't need shit else. He was already Johnny Storm. He played Captain America for 10 fucking years. Look, he's had his damn time. But either way,
hey man, you know what I'm saying? That's Disney. Disney. This is that Disney initiative I told y'all about, man. They tired of paying these people. They like, hey, let's bring in some new people. We tired of this.
No, goddamn, they've been paying Chris Evans. Well, I guess Disney has only been paying him for what, 4 years since they
Oh yeah,
acquired.
he's still new compared to Jason Weaver and CC BBY.
Exactly, they've been paying Jason Weaver since 1995, and goddamn it, they gonna pay him till he die.
That's right. They better pay that man. Respect to him. Great.
So I thought that was kind of cool because that's some shit from that I definitely still have the VHS of the original Toy Story and the movie that kicked off the series of Buzz Lightyear, where his buddy like gets killed, but like by the end of the movie he find out, oh, it was just a trick. I'm working for the bad guys now. You guys suck.
Yeah.
And that spearheads the series. I don't remember his buddy's name, but I think Dark Matter was his last name.
Hilarious.
But yeah, so Chris Evans is gonna be the new Buzz Lightyear. Is it gonna be a live action? No, I think it's still Pixar, so it's gonna be like an origin story.
Yeah, still gonna be Pixar.
But you know, the Disney initiative is let's make a live action out of it, and I was like, say fuck no.
I know, but they're still doing their 3D. But yeah, I don't. I wish they would stop that initiative and just leave the classics alone, man. Like, listen, just make peace. Like you said, you gonna pay Jason Weaver till you die. Like, just make peace.
Until that nigga die.
I mean, come on, man. Like, listen, I just can't wait to be king. It's not our fault. He's saying that so well. It's not our fault, man. You can't hold that against the man.
Thank God for that, for his mama to have the hindsight.
Yeah, right?
Because my dumb ass would have took the money.
I mean, and there was a lot of money back then. Y'all, if you don't know scale, go back and look at inflation back then. That dude was, what he said he was going to make, what, like 10, 20 million? Back in the 90s? He would have, man, we still would have been hurt. Like, even if he would have taken the money and if he was smart, like, he still would have been okay to this day. But, like, man, can you imagine how many more millions he made to this day because of that?
Because of simple thing like royalties.
Man. Let me get a piece of that. Thank you, Disney. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's just so cool about it. He's a great dude. He's not.
And you know what's up? You know what else is cool? He was a co-star on Smart Guy, which was a Disney production. And he was on plenty of other Disney shows.
Also, young Michael Jackson. Like,
oh yeah, he did play.
Yeah, the movie and like.
So yeah, he had a whole successful acting career after that, and he's still getting paid.
Yeah, he was in a lot of things, a lot of family sitcoms. He's still getting acting roles now, you know.
Right. So, you know, Disney can do what they want to, but you can't outsmart everybody.
You can't, man. I'm tired of them just trying to get out of that. Because that's all they're doing. Because that's like Lion King. Because everybody's pissed about that because that's what they were trying to do. They're trying to get new awards and then like, okay, cool. We don't have to pay for being prepared anymore. We don't have to pay for any of this shit. We're just going to use this new age shit. And yeah.
Look, you better keep trying to change peanut butter and jelly, but goddamn it, peanut butter and jelly been good since time immemorial, motherfucker.
Right. Stop messing with apricot Nutella, all right?
Right.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Who the fuck want that? Give me some Smuckers, some grape Smuckers, and some Jiffy peanut butter, and I'm squat. I don't need shit else. I will substitute that grape for apple, strawberry. Yeah, that's about it. God damn it. Don't get nothing stupid like apricot or peach. That's just dumb.
Give you that little fine shit that come in the gift basket.
Right. Don't give me preserves, bitch. I want Smuckers.
But
nothing.
Apricot. Like, bitch, what did you say?
First of all, bitch, what is it apricot? I still don't know to this goddamn day. I'm 27. No, matter of fact, I'm 27 years old. I had an apricot for the first time in the summer because we were getting vegetables delivered, and I have to say, apricots fucking suck. Yeah,
like I'm very basic when it comes to fruit, man. Give me my apple, my bananas, and grapes and strawberries. Leave everything else. Just, I mean, I've tasted the flavor of dragon fruit. I've never tasted dragon fruit before, but I'm not into the exotic vegetables.
Oh, I mean exotic. I'm just saying apricots suck.
It does suck. I will agree with you on that one.
I fucks with dragon fruit. Dragon fruit is really good. But
that's what I'm gonna sit down and try it one day because I like the flavor behind it. It's cool. I just
apricot. No, fuck that. That is hell.
It kind of is. Yes.
Same thing with persimmons. Fuck them.
Oh God, they're so terrible. Fuck them.
Just fuck them. I
And
couldn't.
old folks love that shit. They love it.
I couldn't live back in the day where it's like, let's go get some percent. No, eat a dick.
No, because you know what else they used to do, which is funny, because my grandmother used to do this, and then some of our old like kin folks in the country still do this to this day. Sugar cane. Have you ever had raw sugar cane before?
Oh no, I like sugar cane.
Sugar cane is amazing. The fact that you have to have a knife, cut it, and suck it out of the little
and suck it out the wood like oh yeah. My mama gave me some of that shit. She was like, I was like, how you eat this? She was like, you got to cut a piece of the tree off and suck it.
Yep.
And I was like, oh hell no. This just sounds like too much work.
Way too much work, bro. Way too much.
So, don't fuck with the formula. The sausage is already made. You just got to keep putting it out. We'll eat it up. Because nobody
in West Virginia, we want Conecuh. All right,
Conecuh sausage. Nigga.
That Conecuh is great.
You can't get it, but you can't get it, but Alabama. But goddamn, it's good.
Fuck with us one time. So
that was my first one.
All right, my first one. I'm gonna kind of bring this up because this is different from everything that we're talking about. Get this, Leroy. Bad Robot Games. J.J. Abrams gets into games with none other than Michael Booth. Now, do you know who that is?
Yeah, the name sounds familiar.
Guy from Left 4 Dead.
Okay.
Yeah. So J.J. Abrams, now he announced this back in 2018, but he just recently kind of acquired the partnership with Michael Booth to where they're going to really get into games and start producing some games. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about J.J. Abrams' produced game?
Look, out of everything that J.J. Abrams has done,
mm-hmm.
I like Star Trek. I can't really...
Yeah. Now he did the Star Wars. Now remember that. Remember that's what everybody's.
I did. No, okay. I liked. He did because I remember episode 7 was good.
I mean, I think Rion Johnson just didn't know how to handle, side stories because just in the middle of the main story, you just do something that doesn't even fucking matter. Anyway,
it's like, oh man, complete awesome Jedi revival war. Finn date this fat Vietnamese chick. What?
Just send them on a quest and then they come back. Oh, it's okay. We got to handle. Like, bro, really gonna do this?
Like we gonna just. And no disrespect to Finn or the Vietnamese chick, but that just could. Who cares? Who the fuck cares about Finn at this point?
The whole part, bro. Especially what happened. Like it's different if like they would have came back with something, but what happened didn't even matter.
Who the fuck cares about Finn at this point?
Man, I do. I want to be the Black Jedi, but
he's not. And that's the lie that they told. That's the lie they told us to get us into theaters.
That's it. They're like, oh, he could be a Jedi. We don't know. And they changed up the rules so much.
This nigga had a lightsaber in one picture, and we took that shit and rolled with it.
But he also fought with the lightsaber. So I'm like, okay, he has. If he can fight,
you really overglossing the fact that he blocked one strike.
He was banging on that dude, though. He was giving him the word for a minute. He was like it's honestly embarrassing because Kylo Ren was supposed to be just like, yo, like. I'm trained and shit, but he was giving them the work for the first 5 minutes. He had him the first round, but then
first 5,
fuck this.
I give him like 4 strikes. I'm sorry, I'm not giving Finn any clout for that fight.
It's just in the olden days before they changed everything, you couldn't even turn the lightsaber on if you didn't have any Jedi powers. That's why I was like, okay, so obviously Finn is a Jedi because he can just Jedi fight. They're like, oh no, he's not. We just did that for the show. And it's like, fuck you for giving us hope.
Told you.
Fuck you for doing that to us in the whole lore. Because but then again, what do I expect? Because now you can just copy Metachlorians. So
like I said, I was right.
Get you a Leroy was right T-shirt. Leroy.
I feel like I need to at this point. I'm right about a lot of things.
It is, man. It's crazy.
So is that your other one?
Yeah, that was my first one. Yes.
Did we talk about Crunchyroll getting acquired by Sony last week?
We didn't. We've talked about how they were eyeing them before, and that's why AT&T was trying to get the price up.
All right.
But yeah, we didn't talk about it, so that acquisition finally happened.
Which yay, because now I don't have to pay for anime anymore.
Right? Like, I'm really, man, if that's on the PlayStation Plus thing.
See, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be like PSN. It's gonna be another service that they had. Because at this point, like I said, I think 2 shows ago, PlayStation has all the tools to make their own version of Xbox Gold and
I mean,
Game
they
Pass or whatever, and just call it PS Ultimate. But nobody want to listen to me.
no, but I mean, they don't have to even do that. They just keep calling it PlayStation Plus. But since Plus is only giving us like what 4 games maybe free every month, like they can
4?
just add.
Nigga, you get 2.
Oh well, yeah, you get 2 special occasions. You get 4. You're right. My bad.
Yeah, don't you say that like they giving you some AAA titles? No. They giving you 2
I
years
mean,
ago's
Just
goodness.
4 is fun, and Rocket League is interesting.
Rocket League isn't free. You gotta pay for that.
Which one?
Rocket League.
Not Rocket League. I'm sorry. Rocket Arena. That's what I meant to say. My bad.
Oh yeah, who wants to play that?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Right. But yeah, so like they could just slip that in and just be like, because I mean we're already paying the amount that it should be for that.
Exactly.
So, I mean,
but I will say Funimation ain't gonna take that shit, but Funimation got its own streaming service, so it doesn't even matter.
yeah, I mean they share it with like Hulu and like they got their own like I mean it only would help, you know what I'm saying?
It would only help, but they don't want to do that.
That's true. They don't, because yeah.
They clearly don't like to make money. I'm sorry.
They don't, and then they don't like bootleg people.
Right. They also don't like pleasing their customers because
They're
clearly
like the cable company from the South Park episode. How bad would that bum you out?
He just peels down his shirt and rubs his nipples.
Terrible.
God, you're gonna have to get on the service line for like 4 hours to get a representative out there.
Oh, and you don't have that plan? That's gonna be extra $40. Oh yeah.
Right.
That's true. That's exactly how cable companies are. That's terrible.
See? That's dumb. But I didn't really want to I just know we didn't talk about the shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to my real story is that damn, I keep blanking on this nigga's name. Let me just look at it. Oh no, Kenobi starts filming January 21st, and it brings back Hayden Christensen as the faithful Anakin Skywalker.
Listen. Y'all can't ever tell me that Ewan McGregor is not one of the greatest actors of our time, period. GOAT status, okay? Let me tell you why this is so big. Hayden Christensen said, I ain't never coming back to acting. He's like, everything fucked me up from that part. Thank you to George Lucas for trying to give me opportunity. He's like, but I'm done. And my boy, Ewan McGregor is just like, but I want you back. And he's like, okay.
Oh, no, he actually said on Twitter, he's like, I'm so glad this series is happening, so now I can be reunited with Hayden. I guess they like fake gay like each other, some shit like that. But,
I mean, they were good friends because, that's why the parts between them was just so good because they were good friends on set.
Yeah,
I love it, man. I'm here for it. I can't wait. I already said, like, when they announced this years ago, I was like, yo, I'm here for that Obi-Wan because I want to see what he's been doing throughout the movie. When the first few originals, prequels, and like the regular movies happened. Like, I want to see what he's doing up to that point where he gets to number 4 and he's back.
beating his meat and watching Luke. Can't do shit else as an old man.
Hopefully not at the same time.
I mean, if he was, who's gonna stop him? When you get that old, you ain't got shit else to do.
Oh, not yet.
Not yet, but soon.
That's terrible. But I can't wait, man. I'm super excited.
I'm sorry, not the 21st. It'll start filming on the 4th of January.
Yeah, I'm super excited, and that's gonna hit us with the 2022 release, right?
I don't. The article that I have doesn't have a release date on it. It just says a start of filming date.
Yeah, they it'll probably be 2022. Yeah, man, that day, nerd. Like I said this, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna say that on Facebook, but I can say this on our show because we're free here. But that day, God was definitely blessing all the nerd niggas because man, we couldn't keep up with all the shit that was coming out at one time. That was crazy. You blessing all of us. Thank you. Yes. Oh, it was a good day. It was a good day. So is that it for yours?
Yes.
Okay, so of course I would not be the person that I am if I didn't announce this one, but
Is it Nintendo related?
you know it is. Sephiroth joined Smash
yeah.
Bros.
Ooh.
Confirmed.
I don't
First off,
I don't even care anymore.
A few things, Leroy.
Why?
Well,
Who the fuck care?
Who asked for this?
Who asked for that?
I believe you and Cloud share the same sentiment because Cloud is like, my man, it's like, let me just get one game. One. I don't have to worry about this moment.
Hell no. Sephiroth found you.
Yeah, he always gonna swing on Cloud.
He didn't jump, like I said yesterday, he didn't jump like 4 consoles, 3 generations to beat this nigga ass. Oh.
He keeps showing up. If Cloud is Kingdom Hearts, he in Kingdom Hearts. If Cloud's not in Kingdom Hearts, he's not in Kingdom. Like, this shit just be crazy.
This
So
point, I
of
think
course-
it's a.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
At this point, I think it's an obsession.
Oh,
How old is Sephiroth?
Sephiroth is he's like 21 when he died, so he's just stuck at 21 his whole life.
So how old is Cloud?
Cloud is the same age, but now he's a little bit older, so he's probably like in his early 30s by now.
I don't like it. I would say it's predatory, but Sephiroth's like forever young. So
Yeah, Cloud kind of is too, because Cloud has some special fucking ability we don't know yet. So anyway,
I don't like it.
oh, right?
That shit ain't that shit ain't kosher.
That's what it is.
That shit ain't kosher. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
I don't like that shit at all.
That's what Cloud was saying when he showed up. Like, fuck. Like, I will say, I love the trailer because they totally teased the fuck out of everybody. When he ran his sword through Mario, we were like, oh. And then they turned on the lights and Mario's overalls. I was like, yo, that's what's up. That shit was hilarious.
I didn't even watch the trailer because I knew they was gonna do some goofy ass shit. So I didn't care.
And this man, I can't wait to see his Ultimate Smash. So I'm definitely gonna have to sadly buy that season 2 pass because I need that in my life. And hopefully they'll go back to putting out good fighters because like 10-10.
Yes, because all the fighters that they have put are so good.
I mean, they are. So for like 10-10 and Minecraft Steve, I don't understand why. But I get it. Minecraft sold a lot, and it sold a lot of games for him when Minecraft Steve went to that, because Minecraft fans were like, oh my God, Minecraft Steve, and like the other 3 people. But yeah, I don't understand those 2. But hopefully we'll get back to having some good characters.
We won't.
Anybody can happen. Listen, Leroy, you could be in Smash, man.
Nah, I wouldn't take the deal because they wouldn't do me right. Can't put that level of girth that I have on a Nintendo console, and I'm just not gonna be there if I'm not represented accurately.
I feel you. They put me in. I'll take it. I'll be like, yes, put me in the game.
See, yeah, that'll work.
Put me in the game or put one of my characters in. Man, like I said on that like Facebook thing, I was like, yo, if my characters ever end up on Smash, bro, like I'm doing the ugly cry Jordan holding the first championship trophy. Like I'm just holding my Switch and just cry. That shit gonna be amazing.
You easy. I'm not. Especially for Nintendo, you gonna have to buy me out. You gonna have to pay. These ain't crack prices, my nigga. You finna give me some money.
That's hilarious. But yeah, Sephiroth will be here December 18th. So yeah, if you want him, definitely go pick up that season pass. Or you can pay for him. But I'd just go ahead and buy the season pass because might as well. Anyway, what's your next one?
So The Mandalorian is the greatest show ever.
Bruh, killing it.
I did.
Killing it. Shout out to Bill Burr for his performance in that latest episode.
Oh yeah, true. Shout out to Jon Favreau for making this shit.
Man, like I said, man, like we gotta protect him. That moment, he just took it and just changed the game. He was just like, man, I got it. I'm gonna put all this on my back. Like, whoa. Man, I'm shaking his hand. I have to meet him in person. That motherfucker's a legend. Legend.
So this actually isn't about the Mandalorian. It's actually about another show that's coming out that was revealed or whatever on was it Disney Day or something? Investor Day, I guess. It's called The Acolyte.
Yes.
So
Tell us what that's about, Mr. Leroy.
we don't know what the shit about.
Oh, you don't know?
It's a mystery thriller. That's all I got out of the shit. I don't watch trailers, you know. All I know is it's set in the final days of the Skywalker era.
It is
There's some fan theories around that it's about Darth Plagueis, who was Palpatine's master, I guess.
It may be, but it says here a female-driven series set in the High Republic era.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that don't give me no kind of information.
It'll be interesting to see because there's also rumors that it's supposed to be like a look into like the Sith. Like it's supposed to be like you always see like the Jedis, but it's supposed to be like the Sith, and we're supposed to see more relationship and dynamics between them. Just a lot of prequel work from Disney lately, because on the heels of that, you also have Star Wars Ashoka, and you also have Star Wars Rangers of the New Republic, which is supposed to be a direct spinoff of The Mandalorian.
Yeah, because Cara Dune is a new Ranger, so that's dope for her, but I don't care. I mean, I do care. I mean, she's a cool character, don't get me wrong, but I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
And I do have a beef with The Mandalorian.
Okay.
The only beef that I have is that every time it hypes up to the point where this nigga got to take his mask off, I forget what he looked like, and then he take it off, and I'm like, oh, he's just a white dude.
No, dude, you know who that is, right?
I mean, you mean the actor?
Yeah, Pedro Pascal.
I mean,
that's he's the guy that was in Narcos. But he's a good actor. I like him. He was also in Game of Thrones.
I ain't watched Narcos. Yeah,
you didn't watch Narcos. That's why. Okay. He was in Narcos. He was really good in Narcos, and he was also in Game of Thrones. He was the dude that got his head split by like the giant knight.
I stopped watching Game of Thrones after Joffrey died, and then I watched the Battle of the Bastards, and then I watched the I guess when the what's his name? The King.
Or are you talking about the Night King?
The Night King. When the Night King first appeared, I watched that, and I watched the last battle, and that's all I watched out of Game of Thrones.
Oh, it was a good series, but yeah, like Pedro Pascal, he's a great Mexican actor who.
But he looks just like a white dude.
Hey man,
what I'm saying is, to wear a mask for 99% of the show, 100% of the show actually, and you only get like one reveal a season, I need something like to happen to his face. Like he need to be scarred the fuck up or some shit.
Well, I mean, each time he's taking the mask off has been serious because, I mean, he's only taken it off once because the other time...
Now twice.
No, well, the other time season 1, we didn't see it, though. Like, he took it off, but we didn't see his face. But, like...
He took it off in season 1. At the end of season 1.
Yeah, but we didn't see his face.
Yes, we did. Because the droid was like, I can't administer this medicine to you unless you take your fucking helmet off. You're gonna die. And he was like, shit. And he took it off.
Oh, yeah, and then the guy died anyway. So
no, the droid helped them, and the droid helped them get out, because the droid went out and...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The droid was... He exploded. Like, he couldn't reveal his identity. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about that part.
So this is the second time, and, Phantom of the Opera rules are, if you wear a mask through most of your shit, I need you to have, you got to have, half your face missing, or, a weird appendage.
Yeah, but it's different because that's his creed. And it's not the creed of the true Mandalorians. It shows that he was, a foundling / the cannon fodder Mandalorian that, joined after the fact. He wasn't, a true Mandalorian.
Absolutely, because every other Mandalorian was like, yeah, I take the shit off. It don't mean nothing.
Yeah, they just take the shit off. But, he, it was his creed, where he couldn't take it off. So I respect it for that. I don't need the disfigured face. Because if it's part of a creed, that kind of pushes some of the real world stuff that a lot of people go through, where like a lot of the women and the men who mask up, and it's just it's part of their religion. It's not not that they necessarily have anything wrong with their face. It's just it's part of our religion to be masked up.
See, I know that, I understand that, but for me, I need fucked up face.
Come on, man.
It's just me. What?
Let that man's be great. Because he took it out because he was like, yo, we got to get this job. He's like, man, I can't do it. I can't do it.
See, and I love the devotion that he'd be like, man, fuck, I'd do anything for that little nigga. That's my little homie right there.
Yeah, like, man, that message off Gideon. Woo. Yeah.
And, you know, Boba Fett is clearly gonna die. Because
you know what? Okay, so do you feel like he's gonna? Because I kind of get that. I kind of don't want that to happen.
First of all, Boba Fett is old as shit.
He is, but he's just.
And he still moves like a gangster too. Don't get me wrong.
I know, like, because he finally shows us why he's badass. Because remember, he did more work in that 2 or 3 episodes
than he did in the whole movie.
Movies. You know.
Now it took episode 6 for him to get raw and like fly around and shoot shit.
Man, when it got for me though, when he took out the dudes with the cane, I was like, oh shit.
And you know what? I expected Boba Fett to come back buff and cut. Boba Fett.
It's not Boba Fett. It's Boba Fett.
I see. I did that unintentionally. Nah, Boba got a little beer belly. Like Boba been knocking back red stripes.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. He was still whooping ass now.
Yeah, like I like that though because that's all. If you guys hadn't picked it up by now, The Mandalorian is basically just a duster, like an old western, because it has a lot of the tropes, and I like that because that's part of the western trope. Like I like this whole. It's like I love Jon Favreau's like version or vision of it because it's still gritty. It's like a gritty space western, but it still fits all the rules of Star Wars. And you know, I like that. I like that about him. But no, you're right. Like he is really. I was like, oh wow, they couldn't.
Like I'm not saying he's not fucking huge or anything like that. But like
exactly
when he stood straight up, he was like, oh, it's a little pudge under there. Okay, the years have been good, have been kind to him.
Right.
He still sound the same. That's the same voice that I grew up with when I was watching this shit back in 2000. As the voice of all the clone troopers from the first Clone Wars, the game, Star Wars Battlefront 2 on PlayStation. That's the same voice.
The was it the game? What was the name? The Elite Squad or the
Rogue Squadron?
Republic Commando.
That too. Shit.
Yeah, which was good.
And it's the same voice, and it sounds gangster. But you know, I ain't got no problem with it. I was just like, Boba got a little chunky, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I kind of blame the costume design on that. Like, I was like, y'all can do nothing to cover that up for the man. So you had to put it out there like that, you know? Like,
meanwhile, you know, Lando the GOAT is still crispy as fuck because black don't crack.
That's right, baby.
And we've been drinking Coke 45s. You know, this may be a galaxy far, far away a long time ago, but god damn it.
He's still pimping out here.
Don't let the smooth taste fool you.
I still shoot blast at you.
Right.
You know? Which, funny you mentioned him, you know, he's getting his own main event or limited event series. I'll say that.
Look, I'm finna go ahead and say it's gonna hurt your feelings. Solo was a terrible movie.
Oh no! Well, you know, I said that.
Childish Gambino did not help that movie either.
I mean, it wasn't his fault either. Okay, we not gonna sit up here and blame our Lord and Savior, Donald Glover.
He is your Lord and Savior. He is not mine.
he did what he could in that movie. Okay, he did.
But he did not help. He was just as bad.
That whole movie, we just gonna put that in a box of never should have happened, and we gonna throw that in the ocean. We just never gonna talk about that shit again.
Put that shit in the warehouse from Indiana Jones.
It's with good people. What? But what? It's with good people.
It's with good people.
Very true. Very true. I totally agree. Because you remember I said that for the guy. I was like, I'm not going to see that in theaters because nobody asked for that. Like, what was?
Who the fuck cares?
Exactly. Like, why not give me something?
Everybody don't need a goddamn origin story.
Hey, thank you, bro. Thank you.
If anybody, Chewbacca needs an origin story because that motherfucker, for some reason, is still alive, still doing the same shit.
Chewbacca and Yoda. Those are the tell us about Yoda. Like, I want to know what's happening with his like race of people. Why they always are Force users, no matter what happens. Like, give me some specs on that. Not like, hey, you know who you want to know more about? Han Solo. It's like, no, I really don't care. Like, we really. Okay, he shot around, did some mercenary shit. I've read the books. I know what he did. Like, give me some other people. And it's like, nah, but him though. It's like, okay.
I don't know.
It's gonna be funny though because Keanu Reeves is Darth Revan, so I can't wait to see a live action anything with Darth Revan in it because Keanu Reeves is gonna have to be in the movie. Which
I was about to say, is this confirmed?
No, but he is in the comics. They use him as the character, and he's in something else where he plays the voice. I can't remember what. But basically, like Keanu Reeves is canonically known for being Darth Revan, which is gonna be hilarious. So, can't wait.
See, now that's another movie that jerked you around for a good long time, and then finally at the end, oh yeah, you're a bad guy.
Oh, you mean Star Wars: Knights of the Republic?
Yeah. Because I promise you, I was dumb. I was dumb to the fact that I was like, ain't no way.
That was great.
Oh shit, I am a bad guy.
That was great because then you had a choice. You can either continue to be good or you can just tell them, like, fuck this, I'm killing everybody. Because some of my friends did it. They're like, nah, fuck that, I'm killing everybody. I'm going back in the temple, killing them. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I don't appreciate how y'all did me. So yeah, fuck it.
Right.
Y'all can die too.
That was insane.
Ooh, speaking of that shit.
Yes.
I had another point about Cyberpunk.
Okay.
It better not get game. Well, I don't think it'll get Game of the Year.
It doesn't qualify for this year. Now they can still.
But you know what? Niggas will still be like, it's Game of the Year, bro. It's Game of the Year.
Nah.
Ghost of Tsushima
it got robbed, bro. Robbed.
Is by far the best game I played in the past 2 years.
How far are you?
I beat it.
Close? Oh, you okay? So you finished it before I did, bro. Because I'm like close, but I still have missions I need to do.
No, I beat it. And it had.
Hey man, was it not crazy? Was that not like wow?
So this game, one done by Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch ain't known for gangster shit like this,
right? Excellent game.
But this is by far, it's like the most perfect game to me. As far as story goes, the emotional level of the story, the depth of the story, the perfect balance between side missions and main missions, the exploration. I mean, this game was perfect in all forms. The ending, wait till you get to the ending because it's kind of predictable. Once you, well, how far are you? And I can tell you how predictable it's gonna get.
I freed his father. And
his father, that nigga dead.
What now?
His dad is dead. That's his uncle.
Yeah, not his dad. I'm sorry, his uncle. I freed his uncle. I already had that fight with his friend, so now I know his friend's working with the Hun or the what do they call
the
them?
Mongols?
The Mongolians. Sorry,
Mongolians.
Goddamn Mongolian! Tear down my goddamn wall!
Tear down my shitty wall.
Oh God, South Park. So I'm past that point, and I'm past the point where his uncle is basically just kind of telling him like a decision's coming to where like you either got to be like full on noble and you got to stop doing this like crazy shit, or you're gonna join your friend, which he just basically just let her know she ain't shit. The one you're in love with.
Yuna,
I know you make a choice, which I'm like, man, you already know I'm going gangster. Like I love that bitch. Like she been down with me since no.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you know that ain't the decision that he talking about.
Ooh, okay, good.
But
good.
their love interest isn't explicitly said until like the last mission, and it's not even that damn explicit. She just be like, "I need you," and he'd be like, "All right."
Okay.
But that's definitely not the decision that he's gonna make, or that you have to make. And when you get to the end, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. But once because you have to beat the main Mongol guy or whatever.
Yeah, because you can honestly beat him at the beginning if you play the game.
You can't.
Yeah, like I was like, how do you?
No, you're supposed to lose. It's like the first mission in Bloodborne. You're supposed to lose.
Yeah, you're supposed to lose, right?
But nah, that's definitely not the decision that you're gonna have to make. And I cried when I had to make mine.
Oh, bro, is it that bad? Like, is it like we talking?
It's bad.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm gonna just tell you right now, 47 Ronin vibes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh no! Oh, I gotta get to the end now. I gotta hurry up and get to the end too, so I can start playing that multiplayer as well.
Please do, because I need somebody to play with. It's fun as fuck though.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like that's why I definitely need to finish it. So I'm gonna get back on it after I get to this first ending with Cyberpunk, and before I start my second playthrough on it.
But when you finish it, you'll see why I say that game deserves to be game of the year. Like 110%.
Oh, dude, I say that now. Like I remember when they announced it, I was like, man, FF7 remake and Ghost were robbed. Because I get why they did Last of Us 2, because that's that Hollywood shit where like, oh, it was just so profound to all the reviewers and critics.
I don't give
like
a fuck.
I was saying, but like, yeah, like Ghost of Tsushima got robbed because that game should have been it.
Well, see, I didn't watch
the game. We didn't know what was gonna happen, and it came out and it just exceeded our expectations. So,
I didn't even watch the damn Game Awards, but fuck it.
Right, I was mad about that, man, because like I heard about, because I didn't watch it either, but like I heard about it and I was just like, man, that's fucked up because they could have gave that a Ghost. If Ghost of Tsushima or Final Fantasy VII Remake would have got it, I would have been like, yeah, those are the two who deserve it because they were to me, they were the strong contenders for Game of the Year. I mean, so was Animal Crossing, but that's a niche thing. I knew that wasn't gonna happen. I was like, man,
yeah,
but like that, those two were definitely like superior games for that year. But not like Last of Us 2 is not that it was terrible. It's just like I always say with Sony, it's a one-time playthrough. Like you have to play this, and then that's it. You're not gonna play it anymore. And so is Ghost of Tsushima to some aspect, but it's just that it did so many different things right. The dueling system, the dramatic story, and it just puts you. It was just immersive, very immersive.
The fucking combat, the culture.
Oh God, so good.
Like it's gonna make me download Seven Samurai just so I can see like what this shit's about.
Yeah, dude, you need to. Seven Samurai was a great movie, bruh. Like I highly recommend it. Highly.
And I didn't know that dude was like the number one, one of the top like movie creators in Japan.
Yeah, he
this nigga got statues in 4 countries.
Oh yeah, bro. Like he's one of the few Japanese filmmakers to be on the Criterion collection.
I don't know what that means, but I sound gangster.
Yeah, Seven Samurai is the true man. You need to sit down and watch that. It's good. It is good.
But I'm sorry.
That's basically where we get Magnificent Seven from. Is Seven Samurai.
Yeah. But I'm sorry that thought just came into my head. But continue with your other story.
No, you're good. You're good. So I just got one more before we really get to the video game awards, and this is kind of leading into it anyway.
The Sony thing, you mean?
What is that?
The Sony thing. We ain't talking about the video game awards. Fuck them.
Oh yeah. What Sony thing?
I mean the Marvel thing. Shit. Sorry.
Oh, the Marvel. So yeah, all that too. So before that, I'll just say new Mass Effect got announced, of course, along with Dragon Age 4 during the Video Game Awards. And I will say Video Game Awards are actually more like the E3 this year. It was like a little small glimpse. So thank you, Jeff Keighley, for still being out here. That dude, he can do anything in the game industry. Anything. And they just let him get away with it. Shout out to him.
Who's gonna stop him?
That's right. I mean, Jeff Keighley's unstoppable. They're probably pulling off everything. They do say, you know what, fuck it, I want my own conference. Now I want my own award shit. Like that, man, it's just, that's a bad member general right there. But I also want to talk about Callisto Protocol, which looks really good. And I don't know if you heard about it. It's from the creator of Dead Space. Yeah, bro. And on top of it being from the guy who created Dead Space, it's also, get this, set in the PUBG universe, if that makes any sense to you.
Jesus, why?
It's going to be very interesting, man. It's going to be very interesting. But now we're going to get into the big thing. Let's talk about some of the stuff.
Random side note. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you good.
Because you said PUBG. Can you guess one of Epic Games' biggest stockholders? I just found this out today.
Oh, it's a Chinese company.
No, this person is definitely this person is definitely American.
Oh, I don't know who.
He's from Memphis.
Bruh.
If you say no to drugs, this guy definitely cannot say no to them.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Juicy J actually owns a lot of Epic Games.
Get the fuck! I'm done. I'm out. I'm cut the session. Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious right now?
Mm-hmm. He owns a decent amount of shares in Core Water. He owns a lot of money in Netflix, and he owns a pretty decent amount of stock in Epic Games.
You know what? Growth. The slob of my dog, man.
Yes.
You know what? Shout out to Juicy J for being about his business. Juicy J said, "Yeah, I'm gonna invest in." You know, I can't say that about Juicy J. Juicy J has always been quiet. Like you heard him in the songs, and then that's it. But that motherfucker was out here investing. Yo, shout out to him, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, found that out today off a random Facebook video.
Yeah, because like the only other investors I know that they have is Tianjin, which is the Chinese corporation that owns pretty much like 90% of the industry right now. And I think that's it. I mean, aside from like Cliff Blazinski and the other dude who helped form it, I think who's it? Tim Sweeney? Is that? I know he owns a good little bit, but Juicy J,
he got stock in that motherfucker. He's like every time. I know for Core Water, every time people buy like a bottle, he get a check. But for something else, he said something. He was like, "Bro, every time somebody crank up Fortnite or something like that, he's like, Juicy gets a check. So thank you." I was like, "Damn, that's gangster."
Yeah, I mean, because it ain't gonna stop. Like Fortnite gonna be here for a while, sadly. So
Fortnite got more content than most like books.
Well, speaking of that, you know who the latest announcement for Fortnite is now, right?
It's another Marvel character, isn't it?
No. Can you it's from video games. Can you take a wild guess who?
From video games? I thought they were still doing the Marvel shit.
Nah, I mean they still are, but like this is something new that's coming down the pipeline.
It's somebody from a video game that I like.
Yes.
Assassin's Creed.
No.
Call of Duty.
No.
Think
a little bit more old school.
Grand Theft Auto.
No.
How old school, nigga? PlayStation 2?
Nah. Well, yeah, about PlayStation 2 era, Xbox era.
Master Chief.
Master Chief. There you go.
Hey, I got it right.
Master Chief will be coming to Fortnite. I'm just like, man, is it that easy? Is it the money? Is that what it is?
The only people that can compete with Smash is Fortnite, so hell, why not?
Is that what it is now? Everybody can be a Smash in Fortnite?
It seems like the goal to me. Most rappers don't even try to get like sneaker deals anymore. Now the thing is, you get a sandwich at McDonald's and you pimping.
Yo, but shout out to, man, whoever's managing Travis Scott, man, that was just like God level.
Fuck Travis Scott.
God tier.
And shout out to Cole Jackson. Astro World was still trash. I still maintain that.
You know me, I'm the conscious head, so I can't. My oldness will not allow me to speak on new music. So
I'm glad you finally admit that.
Nah, it's just not for me. Like, I mean, it is what it is. So
see, we don't even try and force it on you no more.
That's good. And I appreciate that. You know, I'll be happy over here for when the old heads come back out, like DMX or like who else, like the Locks.
You got David Banner. He got the guy box.
Ah, man, David Banner. David Banner's washed. He's done. Like when he got woke, it was over. Damn. He should have kept like I still got common sense. When he went full woke though, when he got the gray transformation hair, nah, I'm done.
I'm weak.
So, but yeah, that's all I got. We can get into the Marvel stuff now. So, Leroy, tell us what happened.
Marvel was like, we finna put everything that ever was or that you ever heard of, like rumors or anything on Twitter, we finna put that shit out.
Marvel said, hey, man, you know how like we got this poker hand? We about to go on here full house y'all real quick. Wow.
Nah, that's not a full house. A full house is 2 pairs and 3 of a kind. That's that's a royal flush.
Ooh.
Ain't nothing beating the shit is what I'm saying.
Woo.
So now
I got a list. You want me to go down the list?
Yeah, go down. Yeah, you go down the list because I'm pretty sure this is an incomplete list.
Oh God! All right, so guys, just to show you, as Leroy was saying, as my gracious co-host was saying, Marvel out here was trapping. They were like, "Yo, everybody can get it. Here you go. This is what we got for the product." WandaVision comes January 15th, 2021. The Falcon and Winter Soldier, Disney Plus, March 19th, 2021. Black Widow in theaters May 7th, 2021. Loki, Disney Plus, May 2021. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, July 9th, 2021. What If, Disney Plus, summer 2021. Eternals, November 5th, 2021 in theaters. Spider-Man 3, December 17th, 2021 in theaters. Miss Marvel, Disney Plus, gonna be late 2021. Hawkeye, Disney Plus, late 2021. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, March 25th, 2022, baby, in theaters. Thor, Love and Thunder, May 6th, 2022, in theaters. Black Panther 2, July 8th, 2022, in theaters. Captain Marvel 2, November 11th, 2022, in theaters. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, 2022, in theaters.
You said Kwanzaa Mania?
What's that?
You said Kwanzaa Mania?
No, Quantum Mania.
Oh, I was about to say Kwanzaa. Really?
Quantum, that's what we doing? Oh, okay.
Okay, fuck it.
The Guardian of the Galaxy Holiday Special, Disney Plus, 2022. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, 2023 in theaters. Moon Knight is to be announced, but it's coming out on Disney Plus. I don't know how Moon Knight got his own.
I told you Moon Knight was gonna get his own shit. I told you.
It's just like, man, like
I hate the fact that I was right about that.
Trap it out here, cuz She-Hulk gets her own Disney Plus to be determined. Secret Invasion Nick Fury series on Disney Plus, date to be determined. That's right. Samuel L. Jackson is back, motherfuckers. You didn't think he was gonna get his own shit, but he did, cause he's Samuel motherfucking Jackson. Blade to be announced. Deadpool 3 by Marvel to be determined. I Am Groot by Disney Plus, date to be determined. Armor Wars, which everybody's excited for, date to be determined. And finally, but not least, Ironheart, Disney Plus, date to be determined. Woo!
That's a lot of shit. And none of it ain't great either.
I mean, we just gotta see, man, because a lot of this stuff is great. Again, if they can pull off Moon Knight, like Disney can do
Moon Knight gonna be the craziest motherfucker in the world.
I mean, what?
And I already told you, like Moon Knight already turned against Khonshu in the comics.
I know. That's why I was just like, man, what is gonna happen?
So
now,
the biggest shit that I'm hyped for is Spider-Man 3, because they keep having these memes out that our three Spider-Men are gonna link up together, which I think they've already come out and said that's not gonna happen. But
right?
why
so
not?
that's funny because people keep saying like, "Is this gonna happen?" And then they keep trying to say that they're gonna bring everybody back, and it's just like Marvel's like, "No, we don't know what we're doing. Shut the fuck up." But everybody keeps spreading like rumors like, "Nah, brother, bringing everybody. They're doing Spider-Verse. I'm telling you."
You might as well at this point.
Right, because Spider-Verse did do a really good job, but yeah, I know Spider-Verse is on Sony's side, so supposedly there's supposed to be a sequel to Into the Spider-Verse, but we don't know if we're gonna get that or not. Yeah, Spider-Man 3, Blade, and I want to see how they're gonna do Hawkeye and Miss Marvel, because that's yeah, I can't wait for that, because the actors they got for that are gonna be dope. Of course, Jeremy Renner is hilarious. I can't wait to see him in action. The girl they got for Bishop is or Kate Bishop. She looks cool. So
I'm about to say Bishop. What the fuck is he here for?
No. Now that's the one thing that's missing. Now you saw the reboot in Fantastic Four, which I'm just like
About time.
Yeah, I know. Like about time, and I hope that works. Like I hope we don't suffer the curse.
Third time's a charm.
And then I'm waiting on my X-Men, bro. Like I'm waiting. I'm hoping Madness or Multiverse of Madness gonna introduce the mutants, because I'm ready for it, Leroy. I'm ready. My body is ready.
I mean, there's no reason that the X-Men couldn't come out. But I don't know. It's kind of too close to tell, actually.
Yeah, and I want to say, shout out to Disney for like having a lot of like great black leads that are gonna show up in these new shows. Like Ironheart, the fact that she's getting her own show, that's really awesome. Uh, and they're supposed to do like a lot of other things, like Tiana and Moana are getting their own like shows. So shout out to them for trying to do some diversity. But I also respect that they already said Black Panther 2 will not have another T'Challa out of respect for Chadwick Boseman, but it's just going to explore the world of Wakanda. So they're just going to do Wakanda stories, which I'm down for that.
I don't want that.
You don't. So would you just rather them just go to Shuri or just have like a full? Because they might still do a full plot. They might just
Just don't do it. It's kind of like Gotham and Batman. Like, I don't care about little Bruce Wayne. Who the fuck wants it? That's like,
bro, that was so stupid. That was so fucking. I'm
it's
like,
like let's watch Batman and Robin, but we cut Batman out and we just let Robin do his thing. No, fuck that.
like you can't have a Batman story or a Gotham period without Batman. If you gonna do that, just kill the show. It's not. And sure enough, that's what they did anyway. But whatever.
I don't know. They stretched it out for 5 fucking seasons.
Oh yeah. They got that syndication check, and they're like, all right, we out.
Shit.
Terrible. But are there any of these aside from Spider-Man 3 that you're also looking forward to? Like, which Disney Plus show are you looking forward to?
Definitely the Nick Fury one. Because if they get Samuel L. Jackson like they got Samuel L. Jackson in which was the one where they turned I think that was it wasn't Winter Soldier, where I guess Hydra had like come out and was like, yeah, we're taking over Shield.
That was Winter Soldier.
That was Winter Soldier?
Because that's when they found out about the whole thing with Shield.
Was that when Robert Redford was like the bad guy too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well yeah, if they get that Samuel L. Jackson, because that's honestly like where he did the most, and then he took his eye patch off, and that was cool and shit. So
yeah,
definitely that.
We'll definitely see that because Secret Invasion, bro, like that's major, and you already saw where the Skrull played him in the last Spider-Man movie,
right? So
yeah.
So that definitely the Love and Thunder, but I really figured they would have did as Guardians of the Galaxy, but I guess we'll have to wait.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
Because that was the best. They set the shit up perfectly after Thor, so I don't know why the fuck they wouldn't.
Yeah, like I would have liked to have seen that, but that's probably going to be like they're probably going to do like a piece of that at the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, or that might be the Christmas special, and then they'll just talk about Guardians of the Galaxy 3 later or some shit. But that's what I wanted to. I was like, man, I wanted us Guardians to go first because he's going to be back at home in Thor 4. So
No, he didn't. He gave up the crown. So
yeah, but I mean, he's supposed to be going back for something. Like something's supposed to happen because Sif is back in. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, and the same girl is coming back as Sif, but Ragnarok happened and Asgard is technically destroyed.
Yeah, like so. I guess he's going back to wherever they are. What were they all like?
It was like fucking Canada or some shit like that.
Yeah, they were like So I guess he's gonna go back there. And something's gonna happen there. But either which way, I'm kind of the same way. I want to see how that because I think Tiki, the guy who did the third one, like he did a great job with it, and it was hilarious. So I can't wait to see his fourth one.
Thor Ragnarok is like my second favorite out of the Marvels. It's 10 years, but just because it had the perfect mix of comedy, action, character was badass in it, and everything.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? It was a better mixture of comedy and action because the other Thors were so boring and like so serious.
Let me see. The first Thor was boring as shit. The second Thor just didn't make no damn sense.
No, it just happened.
It was like we need a reason for the ether to be a thing.
Right.
All right.
Thor 2. Let's go.
Let's get what's the girl's name?
Natalie Portman.
Yeah, let's get Natalie Portman and the crazy old guy, and let's just let them talk.
That's it. The whole fucking movie.
And the guy who played the main dark elf, he was cool, I guess, but I don't give a fuck.
Now let me ask you this: how do you think Eternals is gonna be?
It's gonna. Well, didn't they already try? No. Which one had the Netflix series? It wasn't the Eternals.
No, that was
the
no.
Inhumans.
That was Netflix. That was ABC. The Inhumans.
Inhumans. Yeah, so that sucked.
Ugh, that was so terrible.
You can't fuck up the Eternals, bro. Like,
this is supposed to explain a lot. So I hope they do a really good job of it.
Bro, like, Thanos is an Eternal. You can't fuck this up. You can't fuck this up.
Yeah,
I know they're going to, but you can't, bro.
I hope they don't. You know what I'm saying? Because this will explain a lot for people who didn't read the comics. Because, you know, like, I know we were like, oh man, they're doing the Infinity Wars, and we were just like, okay, based on how it's supposed to end, how are they going to do this without the Eternals? Because, you know, we said that we were like, all right, so is, you know, Adam Warlock going to show up? Is, you know, any of that going to happen? When they didn't, when they said they were going to do that, it was just like, okay, so what's going to happen? You know, and I mean, the way they did it was still pretty cool, but like, yeah, this is going to have to explain lots. I really hope it's good.
We'll see. I mean,
yeah.
If they put enough money into it, I'm sure it'll be fine. But
you know what's going to interest me, and I want to see which one they're going to do? The Armor Wars, man. I kind of, because that was okay in the Iron Man comic books, but it happens like 2 or 3 times. But like, I want to see how they're going to do that.
I mean, you already saw the Iron Army in 3, so
right.
I don't know what the fuck else you want.
Right, like I want to see how they're going to do that, because that's going to be interesting. But yeah, I'm mostly excited about just 1, seeing Black Widow finally, but 2, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
That was my other one, because like Anthony Mackie is primed and ready, and so is Sebastian Stan. Is it Sebastian Stan?
Yeah, Sebastian Stan. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they look like they got good chemistry in the last movie. Or not the last movie. I guess it was the first. That was Infinity War. So I'm here. I'm here for it. Damn it.
Yeah, man.
The one I don't want to see is WandaVision, because those are literally 2 characters I could care less about.
Yeah, I still want to see that, just because I am a Scarlet Witch fan. Like when she's not Omega level,
which is all the time, because she's a reality warper. So how is this possible?
Very few times when she's human. Like, she has a good character development. It's just, I hate when they make her the Omega mutant, because it's like, either we got to neutralize or kill her. And that's the storyline. It's never anything different.
Well, yeah, because it's going to be real sexist, but she's a woman. Her emotions are out of whack. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm probably going to catch a lot of hell for that. And
No, you won't. You know how it is. They're not going to say anything to you, but they'll, you know, if I said something like that,
oh, well, I mean, I invite people to argue with me. I don't mind. But, you know, like, with shit like that, that's too much pressure in a relationship anyway. You can't fuck around and, like, not take out the trash from a bitch who can just think up another universe, another dimension universe. You wake up tomorrow and your name ain't even the same name.
Hopefully that won't be what they focus on. Hopefully this will be, like, what happened between them before, like, he died. And then
Wolverine woke up with like another personality. God damn it!
What's that?
Wolverine woke up with like another personality.
Oh yeah, you mean in the
House M?
Yeah, House M. Yeah.
But now,
he remembered who he was.
Yeah, he remembered who he was. But now, since they've what they're doing in the comics, since they've rewrote it, that basically retcon, because they're no longer mutants, they're no longer Magneto's children, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So you can't just give bad dick to a woman who can change reality. You're fucking up everybody's Tuesday.
You have a fight and it takes out the whole world.
Right.
Like, man, like we used to have trees, now we don't have trees. Now we can't breathe. What's going on?
Right. You know, you wake up, you ain't got nothing to do with this. She was like, it's gonna be a good day at work. It's my birthday. I'm supposed to get some dome. Later on tonight, I'm gonna go get some chicken wings from work, and then you wake up and you know you have no memory of your birthday. 1, 2, you don't even know if you're married.
That man.
It'd be like when when Barry went back in time in Flashpoint, and he came back and he was gay.
That was hilarious. He was like, "What do you mean?"
He's like,
"My I'm sure he's a nice guy. I'm like, wait, what? That was so
It's like, I
funny.
don't know, you like to pick your partners differently. He's like, what you mean partner?
Partners. That was so funny. Um, yeah, bro. Like I don't know. Like I hope they can pull that one off because I mean I'm highly interested. Like I'm interested because I like the lore and the cinema universe they created behind these characters. Because yeah, it's definitely not 100%, true to the comics, but at the same time, it's their own great expanded universe that is cool. That it's like getting into a comic book. So yeah, I can't wait, and I can't wait for Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings, man, because I like that actor. He was in a show that I love called Kim's Convenience, and yeah, man, I can't wait because that looks funny.
The only other problem I have with WandaVision is those are Vision is like the most useless character. Period.
Yeah, Vision has been in the past in the comics. Vision has been like the trope to like, okay, if Vision's there, if it's surrounding him, like Ultron's gonna show up, or like, like something about the Infinity Stones, like, hey, where's Vision? Oh, it's not important,
Right. And he turned out to be the biggest bitch. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's cool as fuck now.
Now, yeah, because there's been times. Remember, he took over. I don't know if you read that storyline, but there's a story arc where he took over the Avengers because he was some virus got into him, and they had to go stop that.
Well, see, you talking about comic Vision. We talking about MCU Vision.
Oh yeah, MCU Vision. Yeah,
Paul Bellamy just talks real soft and real cool and gets beat up. Otherwise, it's just useless.
He put in some work.
No,
sometimes.
he didn't.
He picked up Thor's hammer and
at the end of the movie when it don't matter.
he
in he picked up the hammer in a forest that nobody else saw.
I mean, yeah, he tossed a little Ultron. He gave him some a little bit of exercise.
I actually liked Ultron as a villain and who they got to do him and shit. But like the rest of that movie was just dumb.
It was definitely the low point of the series. Like, and I mean,
oh no,
yeah, like that's not like because it was still a good movie. It's just you can definitely tell that's the one everybody kind of enjoyed the least because again, like we felt more of Avengers movie from Captain America: Civil War than we did that movie.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. That was crazy. I love how they did the Civil War in that. So
you mean tell me your homeboy, who you've known for the rest of all your life, killed my parents? You gonna take his side? Fuck you.
That shit was so dope, man.
Fuck you. Let's fight.
Evans.
Get him, Bucky.
And what's his name? Robert Downey Jr. Shout out to them, man, for just playing that shit off. Because man, they gave that motherfucker to work for like a good 30 minutes, like just down in the table, just beating the shit out of him, smashing the shield back and forth and shit.
Ain't no one-on-ones around here, cuz, you know what I'm saying?
Beat the shit out of his ass. Like, God damn. It was crazy. So,
to be fair, both of them was wrong. Like,
yeah,
yes,
I mean,
he was clear. He was obviously controlled by the Russians. You know this. It's not. It hasn't. It has no way, shape, or form been a secret. You know he was controlled by the Russians.
Oh,
I understand you still mad, but goddamn.
I mean, bro, it was great, man, and I like how they conveyed that because that was the thing, in the comics when we both read Civil War, like both Captain America and Iron Man were right about some things. They're also wrong about some things, and they just the biggest sin for the whole movement is that they couldn't get along with each other because Captain America has so many powerful people on his side. And they was like, fuck it. If Cap says this, that's what we're going for. And I still agree with him on that side. I mean, everybody did because he shouldn't be registered. But at the same time, Tony Stark had so much influence and he was coming from a good place because, that lady came to him and was like, yo, this is my child. This is what y'all did. You mutants don't think there's any like victims and shit and you're out playing hero. Well, this is my son and he died. He was only like 5 years, in the comic. He was only like 5 years old and fuck you, And it was just like
in the comic, he was like 16.
What's that?
In the comic, he was like 16, and he didn't even die.
No, he died. He was a kid and he died because remember it was the New Mutants that they had a reality show and but Cannonball before he turned into Penance exploded by elementary school and he killed all.
That's right.
And she was one of the parents, and she came back and told, Tony Stark, like, that's what you Avengers do. Like, you guys don't understand. Like, people get hurt and blah, blah. And she gave him an action figure from the kid.
I'm thinking about Superior Iron Man.
Yeah, Superior Iron Man.
Because he was chilling, and so I'm like, my son's like a teenager, and he's going through this, like, problem. I remember.
Yeah. And that's when he, like, came up with the symbiote, like, suit and shit. Yeah, that's different.
I'm tripping.
No, that's cool. But yeah, bro, you're right. They're both wrong, and it was such a powerful dichotomy. Even in the movies, they did such a great job of making that happen. And that scene where the shield was deflecting the unibeam, like
that's probably the one thing in that movie that they got right, and I was okay with it.
Stop it! That whole movie was good.
It was good. It wasn't right, but yeah.
Yeah, it was very different from like the Civil War that we knew. So,
well, yeah.
Wow.
Well, we hit 2 hours and 11 minutes. So, you got anything else that you want to say or talk about real quick?
Not that I know of. I think I've gone through all my stories. What about you?
I definitely hit all my stories.
So, how do you feel, man? Before we get off, like, how do you feel about what's coming in both the gaming industry and like kind of the movie industry?
Games could do better.
Right.
Movies could also do better.
Right.
You know why movies can do better? Because goddamn Monster Hunter's not out yet, and we need to go see that movie.
Oh, no. No, I saw the new trailer there. And
come on, big boy. You can come on. I'm with it. I'm so fucking with it.
Why? Why, Leroy? Why?
I don't care.
Who asked for this?
Me at this point.
Terrible.
And making good in there for no good reason.
For no reason. No reason at all. She's definitely just eye candy. Just like Tony John's gonna carry the action. Mila Djokovic is just gonna be there doing a little bit of both action and just trying
Tony
to
John gonna kick a bitch. Mila gonna put on some fire armor and something. T.I.'s gonna be like the not a rookie, but like the experienced soldier or whatever. Megan Good gonna be the tech dude or whatever the shit. It's gonna be the greatest movie ever.
It's not. It's gonna be terrible.
It's gonna.
They definitely not gonna care because China's already boycotting it because it's all about the Chinese people. So
it's gonna sell like 29 copies.
Please tell me when this comes out on Blu-ray, you're not gonna buy. Don't do this to yourself.
I'm buying for you.
No. Why? You buy that for me, and you know what I'm gonna get for you? I'm gonna get that Dark and Sky game on GameCube about Skittles.
Find it. I dare you, motherfucker. I double dog dare you.
I'm sitting in your house. All I'm gonna get is a knock on my door. And then just two shots to the dome. That's gonna be it.
Pop. Over with.
Why'd you buy me this garbage?
I mean, I play it. It sounds like a dumbass game, but I play the shit.
It is actually pretty good. You would like it.
Yeah. Okay, well, I ain't got shit else.
Well, that's all. Guys, you can always check us out at the Nerd Plate anywhere. Thanks to Mr. Leroy putting in the work on the social medias, especially the memes, even the one with Cyberpunk. That one was hilarious. I was just like, it's not like that yet.
This is the game.
This is the game. They got another. Did you see the other one I posted where I was like, "This is both sides of this," where it's like Bethesda fans.
Oh yeah.
It's like first time. I was like, "Oh,"
but it's so true.
Oh, shout out to you, sir. Put out the fire memes on it, and of course, remember you can also check us out to this email at the nerdplatepodcast@gmail.com. You can also send us a nice little voicemail to that number. I don't know, Mr. Leroy. Hit him with it.
702. Oh. Is it 702? Because that's Nevada. Shit, what's Nevada's area code?
Yeah, 702-751-6373.
Oh, there you go. See? You remember it.
I found it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, wait, I got it somewhere. But yeah, you can, leave us a nice little voice on. Tell us what you think about Cyberpunk if you bought it. And also tell us what you think about the gaming industry, because that's going to be another big conversation coming pretty soon. Also, Leroy, while I got you on the air, do you want to do a poll for the people for golden plates? Because we're gonna pick what we want, but do you want to do a people's choice on that one?
Sure. Let's see how many people actually respond.
Yes, let's do it. All right, so I'm gonna do that throughout the week. I'm gonna do some polls and see what's up, and we're gonna announce that at because what is that? Is that gonna be next episode, bros?
It is our next episode.
Wow, all right,
And the
Golden
last
Plate's
episode of the year.
Man, like we've been plowing through this year. Thank God. Please get us to 2021. Hopefully, it's a little bit better. Not gonna say anything to jinx it, but anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. We definitely enjoy doing the show. We thank you for listening and enjoying our show. I'm Rockman3K3.
My name's still Leroy.
We out.
Peace.